Yo, Meatloaf. I said these niggas sippin' that bitch water. That bitch water. Making them bitch hard. I've been ahead of these pussy niggas, nigga, that kickstart. They doing shit that I been started. Nigga, I been ballin'. No way got time for pussy niggas, so I done got these niggas goofy. I swear to God, my life a movie. I just play the role and they the groupie. Swear to God, them niggas whoopin'. I got time, I can prove it. They watch me on the line like a movie. Don't know why these niggas sleeping on me, about to wake them up now. Necklace with my name on it, and I watch them about to bust. I had to tattoo my name on it, they forgot about who they talking about. Niggas lying all of my name, that's some shit I give a fuck about. A nigga that can't hold water, a nigga I can't take. But why you doing all that talking, some niggas can't wait. I ain't tryna ball with a baller, but no he can't play. Pocket full of all of that guala, look like I can't wait. They tried to rob me, had that 40 on me, plus I had this jewelry. And I had that chain around my neck, man, I spent 40 on the brother, cause I know he on it. He said, nigga, pull up on me, said I'm on my way, like where you at, man, I'm around the corner. Shoebox, new cash, nigga stashed in my closet. All that new cash, shit go fast, you don't watch it. They like, I talk too fast, nah, I'm just talking money. I want that all white new Jag just to pull up on them, stuntin'. I did it, trapping, I did it, stuntin', I did it, getting money, I did it, ballin', I did it, trapping, I did it, stuntin', I did it, getting money, I did it.
Evident, ever since we pulled up at your residence, slayed your whole family down and didn't leave no evidence. So the streets are starting to talk, and let me tell you what they say. Teacher J, the code is big. I hit the scene, they be like, I see you hoes sippin' that bitch. I bet I snap you gon' get sprayed. I help your family look for you and tell them hope that you're okay. I ain't never been a hoe, bitch, everybody knows that. Cause I ain't rap from that nigga, or a fucking toe tag. Anytime you wanna do it, come and meet me in the street. South side of the Funk, Riverside and Berry Street. 210 is where I lay, but A1G is where I stay. I bet you sip that bitch water, that ain't that shit that teachers drink.
That bitch water, making them bitch hard. I've been ahead of these pussy niggas, nigga, that kickstart. They doing shit that I been started. Nigga, I been ballin'. No way got time for pussy niggas, so I done got these niggas goofy. I swear to God, my life a movie. I just play the role and they the groupie. Swear to God, them niggas whoopin'. I got time, I can prove it. They watch me on the line like a movie.
They don't know I'm being a problem. They couldn't solve me. I came in, I've been explaining. I even went as far as switching the terms for layman. But there's been a delay in the way they reception went, and it all be so evident when I be talking too fast. I don't dial it back at all. When the mic, give me a call. We chop it up in silence, wait for signal, then we haul. Coming right through the walls, watching as the bitch waterfall. Cause every fucking thing that you've been hearing from everyone was false. There is no comparing, I'm declaring your flow and cadence need repairing. Cause I'm not sparing no more fuckers' feelings. They really do be nowhere near my ceiling. And I be speaking with the most respect when I tell them wrap these ropes around their neck.
That bitch water, making them bitch hard. I've been ahead of these pussy niggas, nigga, that kickstart. They doing shit that I been started. Nigga, I been ballin'. No way got time for pussy niggas, so I done got these niggas goofy.
Kevin, this is nice.
Surfer. Ladies, hoes in the city riding with me. It ain't for show, it's for show. Pretty hoes, camel toes, and some extra titties. It's all a nigga know. Take it down to the flow, take it down, take it down. Take it down to the flow, round the ground. Take it down to the flow, scrub the ground. Take it down to the flow, do the grind. Loves it when I pull it here, call it wrist, little slut. When I suck on it, titty smack her on a bigger butt. When I take her clothes off, get that bitch a dress. She likes to go kick
Whoa. Nigga throwing shots, hit with the audio. Lyrically, I'm shining differently. You like a diamond, I'm discount. My shit came from Tiffany's. I'm the epiphany. I fuck your bitch and I'm gone, just a memory. Hey. Bitch, we do it differently. Too wrong, this bitch can't fuck with the team. Your nigga just talking, not listening. All of my nigga, we get it in. A nigga fell back for a minute, lost for a page, just came back with a vengeance. Heard him talking shit, I don't listen. Heard him talking shit, I don't get it. Bitch, I got moves to make. Can't fuck with you today. What's with you today? That's not my mood today. I cash in a bitch like a coupon. Stop sleeping on a nigga like a futon. I'ma trade in the lag for the new kind. Big rims, run flats, nigga shoe shine. Never change up $1 for a few dimes. Move different, act different, got a new mind. In the scooter, hard knock to the new guy. I ain't never had to do shit to prove mine. I'ma pull up clean with the roof down. Pull up on a nigga with a dude now. $100 wide goo price too high. Montebello mushroom, great boo pie. Y'all niggas tryna eat for the food done. Until the gritty motherfuckers let it cool down. Hey niggas all today. I don't give a fuck what they say. Gotta keep my mind away. I ain't got time today.
Got the bitches racing like the running track, tell them cool down. I be ballin', this my court, I don't need a gown. Niggas ain't gotta tell me I'm the hottest around town, cause I know that. Just look at my pics, it show that. Keep an eye piece, I'ma tote that. Keep a CC on my tote too. Rex all blue, got the work too. Shit sticky like weed glue. I'm the madam. I'm too wild, terrorizing these hoes and I ain't talking soft. I'm a gangster bitch.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today? How y'all doing today, man? It's Tuesday. Yeah. Unfortunately, we had a Tuesday tryout, but
they didn't show up.
Yeah.
They left us hanging. I'm so sad, actually.
And unfortunately, I think I got some news potentially next week might have canceled as well. So we'll figure it all out. We're still working behind the scenes over here. That's kind of why we started a little bit late tonight. Apologies for that. Kind of everything happened last minute here, so we're
trying to figure it out.
Yeah. It's part of the business, though. It's part of the business. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
You gotta give people a little bit of time. I know we all run late sometimes, and it's totally understandable. But yeah, we didn't get any responses. So
right.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
It is what it is.
Facts.
We're going to continue, though. We kind of, shifted things over. Again, Tuesday tryout was going to be for tonight. I had to switch everything up. Instead, we're going to run a regular Korner Konvo. You know what I'm saying? We're going to run a regular Korner Konvo. And, yeah. Hopefully, y'all will join in. Some of the topics that we have on deck tonight, you know what I'm saying? As well as the playlist, you know what I'm saying, coming in from you guys, the queue, you know what I mean? Get your submissions in if you want drive-by reviews or vibe checks, you know what I'm saying? Let us know. Excuse me. You're good, G. You're good. And then we do have this week coming up on the 3rd. We got a friendship day, you know what I'm saying? So that's one of them, bring a friend or possibly meet a new one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the possibilities are limitless after that. You know what I mean? Collaborations or, you know what I mean? Whatever. Especially if you happen to connect with somebody that might be local to you.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
Make a new actual friend.
Right. But in the honor of Friendship Day, though, we are going to be a little competitive. It's song of the night, after all. And you know what I'm saying? You're gonna, hey, give you a little shoulder nudge or whatever, and let them know, like, yo, you about to get your ass whooped. I'm just saying. If you want to win, you gotta submit. All right? Don't worry about what your friend think. You gotta worry about what the Mafia think, because Song of the Night is overall chosen by them out there in the Mafia. Big shout out, though, to everybody. I see y'all sliding through. I see y'all coming in. We have some things on deck tonight, though. I'm just letting y'all know. Let me turn you down real quick, bye. Okay, let me give me 1 second. Thank you. No, we got some things to talk about, man. We got some things to talk about on the news side of things. And, yeah, some crazy shit been happening.
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't know if y'all are aware. The first thing, though, you guys might have heard of. You possibly. All right, possibly. It was everywhere for the first couple of hours that I seen it. Yeah, I'm gonna throw this up. I'm gonna let y'all just see it and check it out for yourself. Let me bump us over in here to the news side of things. All right, we got some bulletins to break the fuck down. Yeah, we got some bulletins to break the fuck down. And Botrix, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah, where is he?
He's here. It says he was here, but like he's showing me that nobody else is here. He being snikey with it.
He's lying.
He lying like a motherfucker. I see all the numbers in there.
Yeah.
But no, so check it. We got some things to talk about. The first little article here that I got, I believe y'all have probably already heard. All right, if you're not if you haven't though, I'm gonna get you a little bit more familiar with it. But in Florida, Florida.
I'm so surprised.
Florida, all right. It says a Florida man working at a Chuck E. Cheese, dressed as Chucky, like currently in the job of being Chucky, got arrested. Yeah, they walked right up in there and threw the cuffs on the mouse. Yeah.
Mousetrap. Caught him in the mousetrap.
Facts. I was alluding to that, but you got it. You beat me to him. He didn't get the cheese at the end though. Yeah, he didn't get the cheese at the end. So the basically he got arrested for credit card fraud. All right. These are multiple felony charges that he's being arrested for. We got credit card theft, criminal use of personal identification, and fraudulent use of a credit card more than twice in a 6-month period.
Oh my God, he was skimming.
Yeah, he is. He has not yet released an official statement himself, but he has since been released on bond. So yeah, Chucky does roam free. I will give you guys a quick little snippet of this video here. All right, I'm gonna let you guys check it out. But yeah, this is Chucky live getting arrested at the Chuck E. Cheese. And see what's crazy is right here, this first part. I didn't mean to pause it on y'all and fuck you up, but right here, what they just did, and what happens is if you see in the background, back here, this older gentleman with his child or grandchild, this is like the #1 rule you don't break at Chucky, bro. You don't ever take his head off.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
and the cops are like,
seen
fuck
what happens
the rules.
in Five Nights. Have you not seen Five Nights at Freddy's? Don't fuck with the animatronics.
No, but like they take, and the kid walks right by. Like there's even a younger one. I didn't even see the younger kid. There's a younger kid, and he just throws the head on top of the car. Like yeah, they just decapitated Chucky.
Oh my God, they're ruining children's memories.
Right.
They couldn't have done this in a back room.
Bro, and I asked my wife the same thing. I'm like, don't you think it's a little weird they brought him outside in the full gear? Like, now, what it doesn't show in this clip, is the officers did, in fact, let him, get out of the Chucky costume before they took him in. Yeah, so he did return all the stuff before they took him. You know what I'm saying? Back to the station. Yeah, they had him out front, Lunar Kitty. They had him out front, right out front. If you are relatively close, this was Tallahassee, Florida. Is where this happened. But yeah, they had him right out front, man. We just said it too. The young kids in the back here. Walking by and just kind of seeing everything. I was like, that's crazy. Could you imagine though, like, I don't know if you guys have ever gone to Chuck E. Cheese, but could you just imagine being in that moment as a kid and just seeing like the one that you wanted to go like hang with and he's getting arrested?
Oh my God, it reminds me of when I was little. I was a huge Barney fan, okay? And I came downstairs, and this is a thing I used to do. I used to sneak downstairs in the middle of the night, and I would kind of like, we had doors to our kitchen, so I'd kind of peek around the doors and just like watch what my parents were watching on TV. And a lot of times they were watching like the late night, or what is it? Why can't I think of the name of it? Like the late night comedy show. Oh my God.
Are you talking about Def Jam?
No. Just like, oh my God, what is it called? Like
Comedy Central?
they've had like huge celebrities on it. I don't know why I can't think of the name of it. Yes, thank you. Saturday Night Live. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. But so they were watching Saturday Night Live, and there was this skit that was like I want to say it was Michael Jordan, but I could be wrong. But it was some basketball player with Barney, like having a duel, like a face off on the court. And throughout the skit, he knocks him down, starts beating him up, and his eyeballs fall out. And they just heard me in the corner start.
They had you in shock, bro.
My mom had to hold me and cuddle me, and then she ended up having to go get a cassette tape that we had, or not a cassette, but a VHS tape of Barney, and putting it on so that I could see that he was okay.
That's
I was probably
wild.
4 or 5, but yeah, I can imagine that's how this would feel if you were a really young kid and you saw this happening, because you don't have the wherewithal to understand that that's actually a person in a costume. It's not a because when you're that little, you think it's a real creature.
That's a real motherfucker to you.
Yeah. And so, I just wish they would have done this in a back room. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, I just
for the
couldn't,
children.
if my kid seen Chucky getting arrested, they would literally break down and cry. They would think one of their best friends is getting stuffed in the back of a cop car. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? And not even just Chucky, but any of the spots that we go to that have their own little mascot or whatever it is, they fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? When we go to Sabres games, or when we go to you know what I mean, the professional sports games and shit, those are real.
Yeah,
to my kids,
at that
they're
age,
real. My kids look around. Where's
can't...
Sabretooth? Where's Sabretooth? Yeah, I don't know where he's sitting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They can't make that connection that's not, that's not, especially when you go to the mall and you got mall Santa, that's Santa.
Right. Yep.
That is Santa. He's getting arrested on a DUI. You're messing children's up. They're never going to forget this.
Now, don't get me wrong. That doesn't look. It doesn't mean that we're saying we're condoning any of the violent actions or non-violent actions that these people are getting accused of when they do get arrested. That's on them. Just the police can use a little bit of discretion. Little bit of discretion.
Read the room. Read the room that's full of children.
The fact that he was in costume tends to believe he was in one of those moments, either at a birthday party itself or in the actual store where they're just have the gather where he comes out and says hi to people.
Yeah.
That's crazy, because that means they did this in front of a bunch of kids.
Them. Yeah.
Could you just imagine all of the adults in the Chucky and all their kids just start running to him screaming, and they're like, "What the fuck happened to you?" And then they find out what it was, and they're like, "Ooh, we can't really do much about that." They're
gonna grow up to be the kids in the street that are chanting "defund the police," but for a totally different reason.
Right. That's crazy. No, but look, we're gonna shift it over. We did have a story a couple of shows ago. We kind of carried it out about the AI stuff going on. This one here's a little crazy. Okay. So this clip here that I got, this is one of the better clips that I've seen, because this guy actually does breakdown stuff, as far as some Adobe Photoshop stuff where he brings photos onto it so you can kind of map it and see what it is. This is what, this is how he's figuring out what in fact is AI. Now, the problem is he believes that this is an AI of a fake government official that we have been told or led to believe is in the government. The question is, why would it be AI? And why are we being told to listen to this person? I'm just saying. Let me play this clip for you and you'll see what I'm talking about here.
Wait.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. You broke. I don't know if it was just me, but you broke up a little bit. So you said it was a government official who what now? That we believed was what?
It's a government official that we are told to believe is a real person. They got a name. They got a quote unquote title and all this other shit being in the government. However, this guy is led to believe that this person might in fact be AI, and they'll show you. And we've seen the proof of such AI before on shows. If you remember we had one episode where a certain person came through with an AI generated photo cover for their track on YouTube, and we stood for fucking 15 minutes staring at it, the background and all that. That plays into this. This is why I brought this up, because this all plays into stuff that we are relatively aware of already, and we can kind of see it for ourselves. This is crazy, because, again, this is somebody that we are led to believe is in our government. Now, check it out.
Right. Wait, why does he have 2 clip-on mics? One for backup, maybe? Wait. One for backup. Maybe?
Mind you, he's doing this on a stream.
Okay.
Bro.
My name is Egon Chalakian. I am a part.
This is 10 months ago. Wait, so is he real? Is it real? Look at the background pictures.
This is that background stuff we were talking about. Look at all these background photos. They have no faces. None of these people have faces in the background.
Wait. I can't tell if I'm mind myself. Maybe it's just low resolution?
That is not low resolution.
Real low resolution.
But how would that be so low resolution with their faces, the people's faces being so clear?
Look at the book names.
Yeah, you would think it would just be blurred.
They don't have names.
None of the books have names on the stems.
They don't have any names.
On the spines, I mean.
Bro.
None of these books have any names on their spines.
They don't have any names.
Now watch this part. This part is even crazier. This next
Nothing
part
looks right in this. Is he posing for a picture? What is this? It's... Wait, hold on. What is... Photo on his website? The real photo. Wait, are these hands real? I don't know what I don't even know I don't know what's happening right now. Wait, the women's faces are at the exact same angle. People are saying it's like the exact same face. Is it though?
This is creepy right here. This part is creepy.
No. Hold on. No.
It's the same fucking photo.
This.
Just copied and pasted by our government on a NASA website. Photoshopped. There you go.
Wait.
It's back to the beginning. But again, this is just a clip. This guy did this on a stream, live on a stream. He was looking at all this, listening to his chat, telling him what to look for and all that. And again, this is the stuff we were looking for on our live when we seen it on, I believe it was, who was it? Somebody sent in a song on YouTube that had an AI generated, and we were like, look at their arms, look at their faces. What is this girl doing? What is he doing?
Yeah,
like we started looking and seeing the nuances of this photo, and we're like,
it was
damn.
that young kid. It was the young kid who's got fire music, by the way.
Yes,
I can't think of his name.
The music was dope.
Oh, god damn it. Is it something with a K?
I'm not sure.
That's gonna drive me nuts, bro.
It is. It really is.
Okay, so two things.
Go ahead. Right. Go ahead.
Number one. Okay, so the dual microphone thing is kind of weird, but I will say that it's possible there might have been multiple media sources that were at this.
Yeah, but I don't think they would have been stacked on top of each other. There would have been an interference there.
I mean, they might. Typically, yeah, but I mean. We do see, and this is just a skeptic of me saying that we do see,
right.
You know, a lot of times, anytime we have a politician speaking or whatever, you got multiple microphones in their face, right? So
true.
I don't think it's that far fetched to believe that perhaps multiple media companies spoke with him or his people before he.
Now, do you think the same media company spoke to him here versus when they were speaking to him on the thing where he was like, "Hi, I'm doctors," because he was outside in a whole nother realm of but he had the same mics in the same spots on his shirt.
Yeah. So what's weird is like I don't know who this guy is. I've never seen him, and yeah, I mean I've never noticed that on any other politician, so it's weird. But that's just my logical side coming out, being like it could be conceivable. However, the other side of me wants to point out that this is going to go pretty deep down a rabbit hole, but I've watched there's like this YouTube channel, and I forget his name, but it's this guy, and he interviews people who have very rare psychological disorders. So he's interviewed people with DID. He has interviewed people with schizophrenia, and the most recent one that I watched was he was interviewing somebody with schizophrenia,
Right.
and these people will have they'll have audible hallucinations, but they'll also have visual hallucinations.
Right.
And it's very difficult for them to determine, like, they'll have a full on conversation with somebody who is not there. And it's a figment of their
Yeah.
imagination. And I don't know how to draw this parallel, but it's almost like with the advent of AI, we're all experiencing a group psychosis
Mm-hmm.
because it kind of ties back into what I said a couple of shows ago when we were discussing this. And I said, we can just ascertain that anything we have available to us as far as AI technology is probably 10 years behind what the government or the military or whoever has had access to for probably a decade. And
And
how much have
that's
we
us. That's
seen?
just us because for over, in like China, we're like 20 plus years behind them.
Mhm.
That
And
I'm just
so,
saying.
like, this guy pulling this video now, and what's crazy is, like, the subtle nuances that we've learned to associate with AI generated content, which is something that we never would have noticed before, right? Unless
Mm-hmm.
you were, like, astute. But what is crazy is, like, what if someone noticed this shit before and they were told that they were crazy? Or
Right.
they were told that they were maybe schizophrenic, and
Mm-hmm.
they were then drugged or whatever to assist with the management of their symptoms. And
Mm-hmm.
what scares me is even at this point, we don't know. Like, it's a wild jump to make, but what if we are getting thoughts in our heads or, you know, just feelings that aren't actually coming from us? And what if that's something they're capable, because what I'm saying is
5G.
perhaps 10 years ago, they might
5G.
have been. Yeah, exactly. 10 years ago,
5G.
they
Mm-hmm.
10 years ago, they might have been able to control us by showing us things. But, the technology has caught up and now it's advanced, and so we're gonna release this and let them use that. But what do they have if this is what's about, and I'm just guessing 10 years old, what do they have at their, just disposal right now that is, exponentially advanced compared to AI image processing and video processing? And that
Mm-hmm.
is really scary to think of.
Yeah.
Things that we would, again, if you say you were to start having some weird intrusive thoughts or like feelings that you felt like you weren't your own, and then you went to your doctor and you're like, I feel like something on
The
the
future bro.
outside is controlling me and is putting thoughts in my head or whatever, they would
You're a
tell you that you're
lunatic.
crazy,
You're a fucking
and they would
lunatic.
give you
Right.
yeah, and they would give you drugs to calm you down because you're thinking too much. Just thoughts. Just thoughts. A little wild, a little scary.
And I mentioned that because this is something that has already been talked about in other spaces as well, as far as the 5G towers going up and
Mhm.
how mentally manipulating it can be. Um
Right.
this right here, hold on, let me bring it over. All right. So, you've seen people put like photos and shit, videos out there where you've seen the 5G towers going up in these areas, and some of them are so big that they have the ability to disguise them. A tree, the one I think was literally a fucking like it was a sign. They were putting a billboard on it, but it was a
Mhm.
5G tower. There was other ones like that too, but they're also starting to put these in residential areas, like strictly like right on the streets, like street corners type
Right.
shit. And I mean like in clusters.
What?
Let me show you this real quick. I'll show you some. This video here is just, it's not our particular area as far as me locally or anything like that, but it's just something that is coming. It's just again, they're all doing these in smaller groups, and then it'll roll out into bigger spots. But yeah, listen to what they got to say.
You could do about it. If you haven't seen one of these tall, big poles in your neighborhood, well, just you wait, because they're coming. Hundreds of these are set to be installed in the city of Fishers, and people who live nearby them aren't happy about it.
It looks terrible. Let's just get it straight.
This soon-to-be 5G cell tower popped up in front of Kenneth Crawley's home in Fishers at the end of last week. He not only thinks it's
terrible.
ugly, but worries what effect it could have on his property value.
If you look at it from a standpoint of just logic, right? Who wants to buy a house with a pole that size in front of it? Not me.
Cell towers like these are part of Verizon's rollout of 5G cell service.
He's not
400
wrong.
towers have been proposed across Fishers, and the city's supposed to notify you if you live within 200 feet of one. Kenneth said that didn't happen.
From my standpoint, I never saw a letter, right? And some of my neighbors said they might have seen a letter, but nothing that stated that it would be within 200 feet of our home.
The battle over the towers is going on across communities in central Indiana. Attorney Jake Lawrence has successfully fought some of the proposed towers in Fishers on behalf of homeowners associations.
Think about it as...
I'm just confused, though, because they're worried about how it looks. You're not worried about it being that close and how it's going to affect you?
Right.
Not by how it looks, but what the functionality of it is doing.
Mm-hmm.
And you've seen the map there. It's got the clusters of them putting them up. That's a lot.
Yeah.
In a small ass area right there, that's a lot. Especially with supposedly how strong they are and how fast why would you need so many so close?
Right. That doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Right. And then you got this random one way over here on the right side, this blue one over here. It's just by itself, just chilling. Like, I don't know. It's, for me, the whole thing is just odd on how fast they're being put up. Mm-hmm. And also the fact that they're disguising them. Like, oh, people were saying they look shitty. That's not the reason they're getting disguised.
Yeah, that's not your biggest concern either.
Right. It shouldn't be.
No. I mean, we talked a little bit about that when we covered the event that was the Annabelle doll and the death of the paranormal investigator.
Right.
And I talked a little bit about, electromagnetic radiation and what that can do to the human mind. And so if you have these towers, I mean, I just feel like there's so much about them that we don't know or understand. They were pushed out so fast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think that the FDA really had a chance to do a widespread study on how it would affect, as far as, like, humans being exposed to microwave signals, because that is what they release. It's a little bit scary. And what I find scary too is that what we know about microwave signals, well, we all have a microwave in our home. I know our microwave is a couple years old, and it's just, your basic, it's got like the mesh sort of blocker in the front, and like it's got steel on the inside. What's weird is if you go to a store and you look at brand new microwaves, most of them look like small nuclear reactors. Like, it's insane now. They have this huge, thick steel enclosure. Like, they look totally different than, what we've all known as microwaves growing up. And so to me, it makes me wonder, like, have we discovered something perhaps about residential microwave systems that needs to be controlled?
Mm-hmm.
And if that's the case, then what are we going to learn 10 or 15 years from now about these towers that we've put up all around our homes?
Well,
So,
I mean, you mentioned the FDA, right?
Mhm.
I don't know about the FDA, because I don't know if you guys checked this clip out. I don't know if you've seen this video before. This video is from, like, right after, I think it was either right after we got done, like, the initial quote unquote lockdown mandates that they had going on. But this was going through, I believe this is let me double check. I believe this is a representative, a chairman. Yes, it's a chairman, that's asking an FDA representative questions. Just listen to the responses. Now, mind you, this is due to baby lotion. Okay. Baby lotion. Listen to the answers that this lady has to give, man. Check this out.
And a simple yes or no is fine. The FDA's authority over the safety of baby lotion. First, can the FDA require a review of baby lotion for safety before it comes to market?
No, you cannot.
Can the FDA require the manufacturer not to use a toxic ingredient, for example, formaldehyde, in its baby lotion?
No.
Is the manufacturer required to register with the FDA before selling its baby lotion?
No.
So I think my first statement is becoming truer. Once the baby lotion comes to market, can the FDA require safety information about the baby lotion?
No.
If the baby lotion has caused
actually
bad
surprised.
reactions in the babies, can the FDA require a recall?
No.
If the manufacturer is aware of the baby's bad reaction.
Yo, every answer's no.
Yeah.
Every answer's no. What is the FDA doing? What are
That's a really good question.
What are they even doing?
It's a really good question.
Now, mind you, this was just on baby lotion. I'm not saying it's for every single thing, but baby lotion, that's our future. And we're talking about potentially putting poison on them, and the FDA don't give a fuck.
That's
they don't
so scary.
mandate nothing about it. They don't care if it has toxic ingredients in it. They won't recall it if it does give reactions.
And she even directly mentioned the use of formaldehyde.
Right. And the bitch says, nope.
No, it's fine. Like what the fuck?
Right.
Are
And
you
again, this was
serious
back
right
then.
now?
So just imagine from the last 5 years, what exactly is the FDA doing? And we're talking about them supposedly backing like certain like genetically modified foods.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, is that what you're worried about? You know what I'm saying?
Like
I don't
I'm gonna be
understand this.
so for real about this, okay? When my daughter was a baby, we went through a period where she had colic, and then of course she had a difficult time sleeping through the night, and we all had a difficult time sleeping through the night because of that. So I purchased Johnson and Johnson's like sleepy time like lotion, and it said that it like contained melatonin and chamomile, and it smelled really nice, and I would use that on her, and it was like a game changer. Like she went to sleep like crazy. So one night I went to try to go to sleep, and I was just like, I have this problem sometimes where I do encounter insomnia, and I was like, well, you know what, maybe I'll try some of her baby lotion. I'm not fucking kidding you. I put that shit all over me, like head to toe. Dude, I was knocked the F out. I didn't wake up until like 1 or 2 o'clock the next afternoon. Luckily, I didn't have to work, so I didn't miss anything crazy,
Right.
but like that shit knocked me out. Now tell me what was actually in that.
Right. I mean, it might have been that, but it might have been at higher dosage than you
Higher
think or that you're
dosages.
told about. Because
Like, that's
it even said the lady said, are they required to, you know, like explicitly put any type of health concerns on the, they said no. So all your baby lotions that are like, oh, we have this and this, it's like, well, how much of this and
How
what
much,
else is
right.
what else is in it that you're not telling us? You know what I mean?
Exactly. And it's just like it's scary because I feel like a lot of people don't realize your skin is the largest organ on your body, and it directly absorbs whatever you put on it, and that doesn't have a lot between it and the blood-brain barrier. So it kind of basically goes right into your bloodstream and straight to your brain. Straight to your brain. And so if you have, you know, ridiculous amounts of melatonin, obviously that's going to affect your brain. And I don't, you know, I remember specifically her having a doctor when she was very, very young, and she continued to have difficulty sleeping because later she was diagnosed with ADHD, which I also have. This often causes difficulty sleeping. But what was recommended was a low dose of melatonin to help her sleep at night. But my question is, you know, what's the dosage in that lotion?
Right.
I never will know the answer to that.
No,
So
because it
it's
doesn't have like a specific percentages of this in it. It just has ingredients and then the list of the names of it. That's it.
right,
I
because
will
it's a
say that you can.
topical
I don't know if people
lotion.
are aware of this, but in the ingredients list on anything, okay, on anything is if it's got an ingredients list on it, the order that it's in, the first thing that's there, that's what has the most. I'm just letting y'all know if you aren't unaware of how to read the ingredients list or the nutritional facts. The higher the said name of whatever chemical or whatever it is ingredient that's in it, the higher on that list, the more that it's in it.
Right.
So just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Yep, just keep that in mind. So if you got melatonin as like the second ingredient on the list, it's probably that whole baby lotion bottle is all melatonin. You just spreading it on the skin.
Yeah. Well, what also kind of scares me about that is like there's certain. This is so weird, but like
I'll explain that, King James. Give me a little bit. Go ahead.
Yeah. No tryouts today, King James.
Mm-hmm.
They did not show up. But
right.
As far as like the FDA and things like that we're concerning and talking about is I still don't know, like, do I have IBS? Do I just have like a very sensitive stomach? I don't know. But for like 2 years, I didn't eat gluten because I was led to believe that I was allergic to gluten and I was possibly celiac.
Mm-hmm.
And then after coming off of that and like starting to eat gluten again and having no reaction, it started to become very apparent that my reaction was to soy oil or soybeans.
Mm-hmm.
And more recently, I've started to go back to like eating some soy and I'm fine. And it's just really interesting to me because RFK obviously is part of the Trump administration, and we know that he's heading up like, efforts to make sure that our food is healthier, MAHA, if you will, make America healthy again.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I haven't been having as many reactions as I used to when I eat foods that have possibly soy or other oils in it. And what's really weird is that if you look at ingredients for certain products that are on the shelves available for you to purchase and buy, chips, for example, a lot of times they'll say that like you said, second or third ingredient is oil. And then it'll have in parentheses canola or corn or soy. And it doesn't actually list what oil is in it.
Right.
And to me, I'm like, for the longest time, how have they been getting away with this? They're not actually telling you what the ingredient is because what they don't know.
I mean, they might even potentially in certain items, it might even, depending on brand, obviously, they might even be doing scraping the barrel type of ingredients where it could be potentially all three.
Well, we had corn oil in here, but then the next month, canola oil or soy oil was cheaper, so we bought that, and then it mixed together, so we really can't tell you what's in your food. No, fuck you, I want to know what the fuck I'm eating.
Right.
Like, if I ask my grandma, well, rest her soul, but I did ask her at one point, what do you put in your mac and cheese? And she wrote me down an ingredient list.
Right.
Because she knew that was her famous mac and cheese. Like, why you're gonna put this product on the shelf and you're gonna sell it, but yet you have a multiple choice ingredient listed? The fuck? People have allergies. What if that's a peanut oil? You know what I mean? Like, what in the actual fuck?
Look, I'm just saying.
But what's crazy is like,
FDA
since
wise, I don't know if I'm all for them. I don't know about it. Like, it's just crazy.
No, and like when you really look deeply into the FDA and their links with WHO, the World Health Organization, and also what is the Center for Disease Control, CDC.
Yep.
They're all heavily linked, and they all receive money from each other.
Right.
And a lot of times the FDA will request money from the CDC, and the Center for Disease Control also receives money from pharmaceutical companies. So here's my main food for thought is like, we obviously have a diabetes epidemic in our country, which we all refuse to acknowledge. But so many people have diabetes, and it's just really interesting that the FDA is so closely linked to the CDC, who receives money from pharmaceutical companies. That, like, if they're trying to put something in their food that could possibly raise the risk of people who, ingest that food of developing type 2 diabetes, that
Right.
there's background
Right.
money
I'm just
changing
saying.
hands
Right.
that's makes a lot
You
of
could even
sense when you
have the
actually think about
pharmaceutical
it.
side of things tell them what ingredients to add.
Yes. Put this in there and this in there and this
I'm
in there,
just
because it
saying.
all comes in a huge cycle, because then the CDC gets more money and the WHO
Well, they
gets more
all get more
money.
calls regardless.
Yeah, and then when the FTC, asks for more money to conduct alleged investigations
Mm-hmm.
or to pass products or for research, they're given that money, but who's actually redlining that to make sure that that money is actually going to said research?
Right.
That's my question.
Right.
Where is that where is that money actually going? Because I
Yeah.
believe it's probably lining pockets.
Yeah.
That's just
And
my guess.
potentially. But I will say this, speaking of money, perfect little transition.
Moolah. Yeah.
Speaking of money, I don't know if the money's going to be going into anybody's pockets here shortly, because I don't know if you guys have heard, they're getting reverse ATMs in here.
What?
No, I didn't stutter, okay? Reverse ATMs are now coming.
Is that
And yeah, it's going crazy.
MTAs? Would those be MTAs?
No. I mean, look, I wouldn't be surprised if the machines are called that, because
Right?
I'm just saying. So check this out. We got reverse ATMs coming, and they're about to start hitting. Just peep this.
I want to know. Are you recording?
Do you need help?
I don't know. Do I? What? So this is a reverse ATM. People come with cash and they can't use it. They have to come here.
Correct.
That's
It's a cashless building.
I have never seen a reverse ATM. So the idea is it works just like a regular ATM, but instead of putting in your card and getting cash, you put in your cash and get a card.
But also, because it's a regular debit Visa card, you can use it outside of the building.
Okay.
So if you wanted to go to Walmart or McDonald's or Target, wherever you want to spend your money, it's just a regular debit Visa card. That's what it looks like. And what you see is a lot of the camper kids. Their parents don't give them a card.
No, of course
they
not.
They give them cash and expect this to give them
I
a
wonder.
card.
I
Who
think
gives their 10-year-old
a card.
Have a card.
Well, I'd have to imagine there's a lot of people with accessibility, or maybe, different people who want to spend their cash and just are probably shocked to find out. Yeah, but they can't.
They just have to get a card and they can spend it.
It's crazy because it's like legal tender, but then I'm like, I guess not. I don't know. So, okay, so what do we do here? Touch.
What she just said there is presumably what, like, everybody should be fucking saying when you go to a spot and they say, we do not accept cash. I'm about to sue you.
Right.
That's what every fucking American should be saying to every business
legal
that says
tender.
Right, it says it right on the money. This is legal tender, meaning this can be spent anywhere that you are to be purchasing an item or any kind of thing. But that is crazy. That is crazy, because the lady even said this building, not just like this store, the whole building.
The whole building.
Every fucking thing in that mall right there is cashless.
Wild.
Very wild to think about. That is very wild to think about. Because she said it
We all
yourself.
have
You
this
heard
sort-
it when she mentioned the kid. She was like, nobody gives their kid a card. Yeah, no shit.
Right. There's a reason.
Right. But guess what? We're gonna have to soon. Just like back in the day when you were like, no 5 or 6 year old had a cell phone, and now all of them do.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Well, like, I wonder, I mean, does this relate back to sort of the common stereotype of like your very, anti-government person who keeps their money literally under their mattress or whatever? You know what I mean? Like their cash?
Right.
Because the people who do that, they do that because they don't trust the system, right? And they do that because they don't really care that much about the earned interest of their money over time. They want to make sure they don't want FDIC insurance, because they don't trust FDIC insurance. And cash has always been it won't gain value if you hold on to it unless it's like a collectible coin or whatever.
Or a misprint. Or a misprint.
But it never loses value. So
right.
It just kind of makes me wonder, why are we trying to
that
take
dollar that's all wet and fucking cut up because you stepped on it on the cement and you picked it up, and it's still gonna spend.
Mm-hmm. Take that shit back together. Someone will take it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's even a thing. Like, if you go to a spot and they say they can't take it because it's got tape on it, that's bullshit. As long as both of them fucking serial numbers match, that's a full-on fucking dollar.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. The cashless thing that's popping up. I don't know about your areas, but we have a bunch of things over here, especially like sporting events. All the sporting events right now have officially gone cashless. Like, you go to any sporting event and you better have a fucking card with you. Because not even
so weird, because it used to be the opposite.
Not even the vendors. I'm not talking about just food and shit like that, but like from ticket purchasing to all the vendors, whether it's memorabilia, whether it's merchandise as far as like clothing or anything like that, all the food vendors, the physical guys that walk down the stadium with like beers and shit like that, they don't even accept cash. Nobody.
That's wild, because like, do you remember, like, I remember even not that long ago, it was just like if you went to sort of like a festival or whatever, it's like you had to have cash. You had to have cash. Like, they didn't take anything but cash.
Yep.
So now all of a sudden we're switching to go the opposite way, where we don't take cash. Like, what? That's absurd.
Yeah, it's coming. Now, keep in mind, all the spots that, if you guys in your areas or whatever are starting to see this pop up as far as cashless spots, be on the lookout, because they're going to start implementing all these ATMs in those spots. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
Right. And so what's crazy is when you actually drill that down and you think about what's the reason behind that?
Mm-hmm.
What is the reason behind that? Well, what happens with digital currency? What happens with, well, this kind of plays into the next, like, I don't know if it's the next story, but it's a story that we're going to cover tonight, based on MasterCard and Visa. And
oh, yes. I actually, while you're talking about it, let me just bring that shit right the fuck up. Might as well.
We could go right into that.
Roll right into it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You're good.
So, essentially, hold on, let me get over to my notes here.
I know this is going to be hard to read for the chat. I know it might be hard to read the super small fine print, but we're going to kind of go over a lot of this right now while we got it up. You could see the main points, though, obviously, bulleted and bolded and everything. So we'll go over the finer print here in just a sec. Go ahead. While you gather that, go ahead.
So this is basically something that's been happening in July. So this is very recent, and payment companies have been triggering mass game removals on Stream and itch.io. And as of more recently, apparently they've been blocking transactions to pornography websites and websites like OnlyFans. So in July 2025, Steam and itch.io removed or de-indexed thousands of adult-themed or not safe for work games after pressure from payment processors like Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal, following a campaign by Australian advocacy group called Collective Shout, which accused the platforms of hosting content depicting rape, incest, and sexual abuse of children. The crackdown cast a wide net. Even what's crazy is that even award-winning, socially conscious, non-explicit titles that included LGBTQ plus material and mental health-oriented material were swept up in the purge. And a lot of this was because of automated moderation and vague policy guidelines, so aka AI.
Right.
Developers and free speech advocates argue that the move represents financial censorship, warning that payment infrastructure's leverage over platforms could stifle creative freedom. A petition against the policy has gathered over 150,000 signatures, while online activism aims to pressure Visa and MasterCard directly. So essentially, I then went on, I asked ChatGPT to pull up this article and kind of like give me the basics of it. And then I asked it, well, is this restriction coming through and affecting solely credit cards, or is it credit cards and debit cards? Because we all know that
Right.
Visa and MasterCard are huge, carriers and service providers for debit cards, which are
Right.
essentially linked directly to your checking account.
Mm-hmm.
So your money, your actual money, and essentially, it affected both credit and debit cards, anything linked to Visa and MasterCard networks.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I do understand sort of like the base around this is like, I guess maybe trying to limit. Actually, no, I don't. I'm gonna just backpedal real quick.
I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of step on your feet here.
Go for it.
It's a guise. It's a guise of quote unquote public safety. We're gonna do it, but it's just for us to get used to it. It's gonna be us getting used to them being able to tell us what we can and cannot spend our fucking money on. Because low key,
Right.
regardless of what they're talking about banning from, if people want to be able to buy it, they should be able to fucking buy it. And I'm not saying that I condone what we were talking about as far as the type of material and all of that. I'm just saying if it was being able to be made, then it should be able to be bought like it was intended for.
Well, that's like I saw a meme in regards to this sort of, thing that's going on, and it was a pretty girl, and a guy came up to her and he said, "Hey, I would like to buy your product, aka OnlyFans."
Right.
And then at that point, it goes on to the next scene or clip or whatever, and it shows the girl standing there, the guy standing there, and this faceless, sort of very buff giant guy kind of coming between them. His face is comprised of Visa and MasterCard logos saying she's not interested.
Right.
And so I think kind of like I don't I don't necessarily support OnlyFans creators. I think it's gross. I think it's a really weird way to earn your living, and I feel like it really sort of dehumanizes females in general. But as a libertarian, I do think that you have the right to make your money that way if that's really what you want to do. If you have a customer that's willing to pay for it and you have a product that you can provide them and you're not hurting them and you're not, actually damaging anyone, physically, whatever, just do your fucking thing, because at the end of the day, I have the right to decide whether or not I want to input my information and give you my money.
Right.
We should
I
be
mean,
free
it's
to spend
essentially
our money however
OnlyFans
we
essentially
want.
right. Essentially, OnlyFans became a digital fucking strip club, is what it was.
Exactly.
It became a digital strip club. And again, if you go back and listen to some of the stuff that we've said on previous shows, a lot of the stuff that we have in our normal lives today has essentially converted to digitally. If that hasn't been a fucking trigger for people to open their eyes and wake the fuck up, like, we're next.
Yeah. Well,
essentially, we're next. What I mean by we're next is that what we talked about the other day. The fucking the credit system, the social credit system will be digitized, and your everyday movements could be clocked. Oh, you didn't pick. You just littered. I seen you miss the trash can and not pick it up.
Well, not only that, but like, oh, you had the wrong opinion on a Reddit post. So guess what? You're not able to buy dinner tonight with your own fucking money.
Right.
With your own money. And that's what's just wild, to me. It's just this. I wasn't going to. I wanted to submit this story, but I didn't. But it kind of.
What's good, Tisha? What's good, everybody?
It falls into what we're talking about. There's a town of not a town, but there's like a settlement of people in Kentucky, and it's in the Ozarks. So it's like very sort of like in the middle of nowhere type
secluded
property.
As fuck, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And they purchased it, and they are using the land to essentially celebrate their European heritage. So them and their friends and their family and people that they know are going to live on the land. Essentially, one person bought it all and they've plotted it out, but it's anything that's for sale is for sale by owner. So they have the right to decide who can and cannot purchase it.
Right.
They have been very vocal about their exclusion of minority ethnicities and Jewish people.
I know what you're talking about right now. I fucking know exactly what I seen it the other day. Know exactly what you're talking about, bro. I know it.
It's come up in the media, and it's been really heavily scrutinized because of, white supremacy and this and that. And,
Mm-hmm.
I would say, and I don't necessarily think that having a closed community and excluding everybody of other ethnicities is a great idea. Like, I don't think that's a good idea. I think
Mm-mm.
personally, I think that, like, our culture in the United States is amazing because of all the different cultures. It's a melting pot, or a salad bowl, if you will, of
Right.
different ethnicities. That's what makes it interesting. That's even what makes our language very cool.
Right. Right.
That we speak here. But they do have a right to do that. And it's like they purchase the land, so it belongs to them.
Right.
It's no different as if, like, OC, say you and I purchased a plot of land and we were like, this is the Blunted Ones land plot. And we're only going to let people come in here on this land and build houses and stuff if they're part of the Blunted Ones mafia, because we
Right.
know
Right.
these people and we trust them and they're part of our community and we're about this one specific goal. But you and I personally put the money up front and we bought all that land.
Right.
So there's, to me personally, I would say constitutionally, nobody has the right to come in and tell you what you can and cannot do on your personal property. Just like nobody has the right to tell you what you can and cannot do with your personal funds or money. I mean, it's
Right.
just wild. We already get taxed out the freaking ass. Now we're going to be told what we can and cannot buy. Like, am I
See,
upset
the whole
because
part of being told of what you can and cannot buy is that part. It's in itself is still not the fucking part that we should worry about. It's the part where they can just shut you down. Like,
right?
say you have $100,000 in the bank, you go to spend that shit, and all of a sudden you had 3 strikes on you this past week. Now you can't buy literally any. Your bank is closed for you.
Yeah.
Until further notice, or until they give you like a deadline or something, 2 weeks on suspension or whatever. Fuck a license getting suspended. Your whole bank can get suspended.
Right.
What you just worked for last week or the week before, the last month, is gonna be froze. Like it's an involuntary freeze on your account, and you ain't spending shit.
G. Josephine, like, literally just said straight facts. It's stupid. It is stupid.
Yeah.
Because, like, I just wonder, like, how far are they going to push us? And is this not like litmus testing? Like, this thing was
It's 101. It's litmus testing 101, dude.
Yeah,
you start in a smaller scale. You get and I'm assuming this moving forward. You've already seen the small reaction that was to come at the beginning, the signatures and shit like that. You got
150,000. Yeah,
that's their awareness. That's their awareness.
Right.
Their awareness of our awareness. Now, what's the next move?
That's what's so funny is that you have, these keyboard warriors or whatever who are, which I will give them, props. They're trying to fight against this. All you're doing is giving them data. You're telling them how many people will actually stand up against this. And then they can easily measure 150,000 signatures to how many Steam users there are, or to how many OnlyFans users there are, and that's going to be small potatoes. And so then that just tells them, oh, okay, well, we're good to go ahead and do this. We're good to go ahead and roll this out on bigger platforms. So say we want you watching CNN over Fox News.
Right.
But you have subscriptions for both. If you have a subscription for Fox News, we're going to go ahead and turn your card off.
Right.
Or even in the converse, maybe it's a more conservative leaning company and they don't like that you're subscribed to CNN News. Well, we're going to turn your card off. No, like,
you know what I thought was really weird though, when you brought this up to my attention, when you stated originally the credit card part of it, I just thought that was weird because, excuse me, the credit card part of it is a little weird because then at that point, if you decline me from spending certain things, certain places, does that mean I can decline making my back payments? Because I never spent my money. You told me I couldn't.
Well, see, that's where I feel like they probably are getting away, like, because that was my initial question is like, is this just credit card, just line of credit that we're talking about?
Well, see, even then, line of credit, would that in fact impact it? If the credit card company says that we're declining you from spending this here and you're not allowed, would that essentially not affect your credit score? Because you're not doing the consistent payments, you're not doing the paybacks, you know what I mean? You're not spending it, you're not you know what I mean? You're not doing what you're supposed to in that line of credit. That's essentially going to fuck up your credit score.
Right. Well, that's where, like I said, like within the terms and conditions, like I would assume there's probably something in the terms and conditions that allows the like the person who owns the line of credit or the bank to determine whether or not that credit should go toward whatever source. So like if you're trying to buy a car at some skeezy car dealership and it flags their system and they're like, this is not a good purchase, they could say, no, we're not going to extend you credit for this. It's almost the same thing as like if you go to buy a house and it's falling apart, your bank will likely deny your home loan after they have someone come out and look at it. So that, like in that scenario, I could understand that and I could accept that and agree with that because they're lending you that money essentially. It's a loan.
Right.
And then it's their right to tell you, no, we shouldn't spend money on this. But when it's your debit card and that's directly linked to your own personal money in your checking account, that's a totally different story and it still affects that.
Yeah.
So they're not just getting away with this because of some loophole in, terms of service or terms and conditions in their credit offering. They're just flat out saying you can't do this.
Right. And
which is wild.
Essentially playing mommy and daddies to everybody now.
Yeah.
Like literally. I'm waiting for it to get to the point where you have to I'm waiting for it to get to the point where you physically have to ask. Like there's going to be a system in play where you physically are going to have to ask, can I spend this here, please? Like it's going to be weird.
Can I get a number 3 at McDonald's? I'm very hungry.
Right. Yo.
When's the last time you ate?
Right.
3 hours
That's
ago.
crazy. That is
Okay,
crazy.
approved.
Imagine getting denied. Imagine getting you just ate 2 hours ago, sir.
That's the thing is like, what's the first thing people would do if they were faced with that circumstance? Oh my God, I'm going to take all my money out of my bank. I'm going to take all my money away from this debit card that's trying to control me, and I'm just going to carry cash. Well,
you know what's crazy?
Now, guess what? You can't use your cash. Can't use your cash anymore. So guess what?
See, and here's the thing. My idea of this whole play is what you just stated, is everybody's going to want to take their cash out. Now, when everybody does take their cash out, you effectively rule every central bank gone. It's dead. It's dead. They need some money in there to rotate other money. Like your money is your money, but it's not always your money. Like your
that's
money,
why you gain interest,
right? And your money might essentially be like, for example, I could put money in the bank, right? And then Quinn goes to put money in her bank. Say her bank's a different bank. Well, now all of a sudden, her bank had to give a loan out, so her money's gone, and then my bank sent my money over to her bank to cover her thing, and then my bank got money from another bank to cover my spot if I go to get money out. You know what I'm saying? So that's how effectively it rolls. So if we all did that, which is, I think, what they're trying to plan. We all do that. As the banks themselves are dead, and we all have cash. Now, guess what? Flip the switch. Cashless everywhere.
Right.
Now what are we doing? We're all sitting there with our pockets on swole and can't do shit about it.
Right. But see, that's where I feel like the American people would step up and be like, nah, fuck this.
You think?
And so, like, I do think that your local mom and pop shops who like sell sub sandwiches, they make their own bread there, and like that's where small businesses
you think small businesses will thrive?
Would be the savior, yeah, because they would be like, hey, we'll take your fucking cash.
So
and
here's
it would
my
literally
question.
Return to a bartering system.
Right, but here's my question on that theory, right? On that thesis that you just made. How exactly do you think these small businesses, these mom and pop shops, are going to then flip that? Because they're not going to be able to deposit that into a bank.
Right.
The banks will
They'd
be
have to
dead.
start paying their employees with cash.
Right, which essentially will just be a running circle for them. There wouldn't necessarily be anything to see as far as
what
profits
it would
and shit.
essentially do is it would divide just in our country, it would divide the American people from the government.
Right.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's the thing that they don't realize is I feel like there's enough of us who would start to realize the implications and the issues with this program that we ourselves could begin to isolate essentially from the bureaucracy and the federal overreach and just be like, no, you do whatever you want on Capitol Hill, but listen, I know Joe, and Joe's got good sandwiches, and I got $5, and he'll take $5 for a sandwich. And then he's gonna take that $5 when he needs to go get some gas, and he knows Pete down the street who sells, gasoline, and he'll give him $5-10 and he'll get a tank of gas, and we don't fucking need you. That's
Right.
like they think this is the big fucking great scheme to get control over all of us, but what they don't realize is that most of us will be like, fuck you, I know people. I know a guy.
I mean, essentially that would be great. That would be amazing, but my only concern is how far will that go as far as time?
Mm-hmm.
How far could that possibly go before effectively resources run out?
I think what we've seen in our country previously is we've seen a civil war, right? So
Right.
we've seen brother facing brother in combat on the field over, ideological issues and things like that. I'm not, everybody talks about there being another world war. Everybody talks about there being another civil war. But I think that what we have possibly coming down the barrel is a war of another revolutionary war, because it's going to be your average American versus the government or whoever these wealthy people who are trying to control everything. I really think there's enough of us that they're testing it now. They're trying to see how we'll react to it. But in
Right.
most circumstances, we react really in the opposite. Like, look at the red wave that just came through in 2025 for the
Right.
election.
I think nobody hit it on the nail on the head with that, because that's exactly what I was talking about when I said, do you think? Because I don't know.
He said, people, albeit stupid people, want to be controlled. And unfortunately, there are more of them than there are of us. That would lead to another civil war.
Right.
That's also really possible. Yeah, it's also really possible that, like, your government sympathists would think this is a great idea and be on board with it. And then it would actually at that point turn to a civil war. I just really do think that there's more people.
I honestly think influencers, the rapid increase of how that kind of came to be, I think that was the ultimate litmus test. Like, if we can get people to go to a spot where they can have hundreds of thousands of people watching them, and when they say do something, people do it. That's to see it. That's to show you how easy it is to just be controlled. And what I mean by that is, like, you see your favorite streamer and they're drinking a certain drink, and then they're like, yeah, man, it's da-da-da-da-da. And then all of a sudden now you're drinking it without even realizing it. You go to the store and buy it every day now. What the fuck is that? You know what I mean? Like, that's how easy it is.
Right. Well, that's like, and how many content creators do we see on, Instagram or TikTok? I have hiccups. I'm sorry.
You're good.
But, like, how many people do we see that are clearly advertising products to us? And on TikTok, you'll see, some sort of ad for, I don't know, like makeup or a water bottle or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of that, it'll pop up and say, did this post feel too much like an ad or whatever? And you can pick. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that, but it'll literally pop up and be like, did this feel like it was too much of an ad?
I have not seen that, but no.
Really? Yeah, because it pops up. It'll be, it seriously will say, like, did this post feel too ad driven to you?
Right.
And a lot of times I'm like, yeah, because 9 times out of 10, especially like on TikTok, they'll have the product, they'll talk about the product, and then they'll have a link on that post.
Are you talking about those posts where they're like, they do the product and they're like, yeah, bro, it's on the TikTok shop right here. Click here, click here. And like those ones?
Click here. Yeah, use my code. You'll get 25% off.
Right, okay.
But it starts out as just them like being like, oh, using this and it's the weirdest product they've ever tried, or oh God, look, I can't get the top off this bottle. And, a lot of it doesn't even seem like an ad. And then when it asks you, did that feel too much like an ad? It kind of makes you realize, oh, I guess that was an ad.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So to look right there, nobody said it in the chat. He said convenience is the real downfall of man. Me and Quinn had a conversation about this because our kids like to watch movies, right? I don't know if anybody in the chat or I don't know if you guys got kids or whatever, or if maybe you've seen it yourself. I don't know. The movie WALL-E. If you've seen the movie WALL-E, I feel like that's closely now. Obviously, that's a cartoon and all that, but hear me out. When the people are in in the ship up in space and they're lazy, right? They're all in the reclinable chairs that literally float around. They have the chair itself does everything for them, right? It does literally everything for them. That's the convenience that I feel like we're getting to. Like literally we have things that do shit for us in our own homes.
Right.
They do shit for us in our own homes. And it's getting more and more and more and more, like all these different items. Pretty soon, you ain't going to need to go to the store.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? And at that point, it's like, damn, convenience got us to this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's intrusive at that point. Like, it's very intrusive. But it's convenient, so what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, let's just do it. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is.
It's just nuts. We did have this one. You said something about the TikTok shop. So we had this article here.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you have it in you to explain this because I hear you over there struggling with them hiccups.
I know. It's so annoying right now. I don't know why it just hit me.
But I'll play the whole clip. It's a 4-minute clip.
Okay.
I'm going to let this play. I'll let everybody kind of gather this. You can kind of catch your breath a little bit.
I know.
And then we'll talk about it after. But yeah, this is, it says here, part 2 of Suspicious TikTok Shop. Check it out. Check it out.
Y'all, TikTok doesn't want me talking about this. They keep silencing my videos so you can't hear me whatsoever. Little shady there, TikTok. Why are you trying to protect them? So, back on this Heaven's Child that has no picture, no background, nothing, only selling 2 t-shirts for $7,600. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. 157 people have put this in their carts. Why do you have this in your carts? Why is there so many people putting this in your carts? There's other ways to save something, but they have this one in their carts and nobody's doing this one. Hold up. Okay, so I was like, maybe let's do a little investigating. Maybe the t-shirts look like this are $7,600. Similar products right in the TikTok shop, $1, $14, $11, $4, $5, not $7,600. Let's check out the other one. Maybe they're justified. Let's click on the similar products page that's in the shop. The exact same t-shirt, $4, $3. This is not a mistake. This is in TikTok shop. Peep the red shoes right here. I can't talk about the theory on TikTok because I'll definitely get this removed and they're already trying to silence me. Look up the red shoe theory. It's directly related to what I think this shop is actually selling because it's certainly not these t-shirts. And I was like, let's message the shop. Got the bot to talk to me. I was like, what size products do you have? And they were telling me, and I was like, do you have a sizing chart? And they just sent me the basic one that TikTok provides everybody. Then I got real. I was like, why is your product so expensive? Hold on. As soon as I said, why is your product so expensive? I'm sorry, I don't know how to answer that. But I'm always learning. I'll connect you with a human agent right away, right? Then I get this lovely little message, hang tight, we're connecting you. Never got connected. I waited an entire day before I messaged back again. And I messaged, have you sold any of this item? Because that's something that I would like to know. Have you sold any? How long have you been a store? Because I only saw them the other day and they've been up there for the entire time that I've been talking about this. TikTok has not taken them down. Still no reply. So then I messaged them again, back, nothing. Nobody's talking to me. But if you look right up here, typically responds within an hour. How? Are they talking about just the bot that responds? Because there's no person talking to me. They don't want to answer my questions. There's a lot of really good theories in the comments of my first video about this, but I think everyone can agree this is fishy. If it was just a conversion issue of currency, why are they not messaging me back? If it was just, maybe that's the quality of a t-shirt that it is. Why is the similar products button directly in the TikTok shop show me $1, $11, like a normal t-shirt price? This is not a normal t-shirt price. Something is going on, and I need y'all's comments to tell me theories, who to talk to, because TikTok shop does not let you report people. They don't let you report shops. They just share it. And I don't want to share it. This is the opposite of what I want to do. I want somebody to investigate this. So y'all comment, tag people, share this so it gets to people that they can see what's going on so that we can try and get to the bottom of this. We definitely got more than we had in our first video, so it's working. We're getting better theories, getting more investigative. So keep it going. Let's get to the bottom of what is going on here.
Yeah, so I don't know if people are familiar, but we actually had a conversation about this on a Korner Konvo.
Right.
Yeah, I mentioned it. I mentioned it on they had it on Amazon. There was some stuff on Amazon, TikTok Shop. There was some stuff on Facebook Marketplace that were from quote unquote sponsored. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ads. And
yeah,
it's similar to the shit, like a t-shirt,
yeah, $7,000. Like,
or does somebody again, my personal thing is maybe you buy a human wearing this t-shirt.
Right. Yes.
Potentially.
See, and like she's gone on, she has a couple videos about this, and she had some people who were very skeptical, and they gave her some alternate explanations, which,
right,
I think should be looked into as well. A lot of them said perhaps they are pricing this shirt so high so that you'll go to their page and maybe go to their actual website and then order from their website directly, so that TikTok, because I think that when you have an item on TikTok Shop, that TikTok themselves earn a piece of commission from every
percentages, yeah.
item that you sell. So they might be like overpricing these ridiculously so that people will go to their website if they see the shirt and they want it, and they'll order it from the website, and then they'll get the full
right
profit from it. But at the same time, it's like that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense when she shows similar items that are literally like $1 or something.
Right.
Like, how much are you really making?
And I was looking at the name. It said Son of David. So
yes,
I'm assuming that you possibly have an idea that it's probably a male that you might be
and
getting.
he might.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, we had the Amazon specifically was crazy because it had dressers like bureaus, dressers like regular like IKEA dressers, like the little ones that you would put together yourself that cost like maybe
Right.
$40 at most.
Right.
And they were listed for like $10,000. Now, mind you, the name of the quote unquote brand matched exactly to a name, first and last, with a missing
A
kids.
missing child, yeah.
And the SKU number of the item matched exactly to the number of the missing child's account.
Well, and what's weird too is like the name of this account overall is Heaven's Child.
Right. That's what I was
So
getting. That's what I was alluding to. It's crazy.
To me, like, best case scenario, it's some weirdo and they're content farming, or they're like, you know what I mean? Like, they want people to notice this and notice it's weird, and that it has all the red flags of like a child trafficking kind of cover up. And they're hoping that that's going to bump up their views, bump up their likes, bump up their shares,
Right.
bump up their follows, because a lot of people would want to keep tabs on something like this. That's best case scenario. Worst case scenario is this actually is what it looks like. You know?
Right.
I don't see anybody buying a t-shirt for almost $8,000 that you can find the same one on the same shop for $1. You know what I mean?
I get it. I totally
It
understand.
doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Hold on 1 second. I'm just trying to find this.
Oh, you're good.
Because this one actually, I'll play this one here.
If you've been online,
hold on, because this is the one that we also discussed this one when on the last episode when I was talking about the Amazon one. This one here was the one that I think you actually alluded to this one here, but this is the Wayfair one, and it's similar to what I'm talking about. But yeah,
this weekend you've likely seen claims that Wayfair.com is involved in human trafficking. The claims point to items like pillows or storage cabinets that cost tens of thousands of dollars and how they have the same names as missing person cases. Now, we've had our verified team checking this claim out. Our Jason Puckett joins us now with the facts.
Up front, we're calling this a conspiracy theory. And as we...
Up front, we're going to call this a conspiracy theory.
Right, of course.
Break down these claims. I want you to know...
And he's mentioned, I want everybody to just keep in mind, he says this up front, so you already have a preemptive thought that this is just not true.
Dismiss it, yeah.
I'm just giving you all an awareness test. That's what that is for. That's why they said that. Again, this is a news media outlet, so they're probably prompted to say this up front. But that's the reason why they do this, because they want to give you that already initial consensus of what this all is about to be,
Yeah.
Notice how this whole theory depends on cherry-picked information and how every time something is debunked or proven false, a new claim pops up. Let's start with the basics. This all went viral after a Reddit.com post. Quote, is it possible Wayfair is involved in human trafficking, or are these just extremely overpriced cabinets? Now, this post shows 4 cabinets on Wayfair.com ranging from $12,000 to $14,000, and it draws attention to their names. Well, within hours, these claims started popping up as well. Internet sleuths looked into the names of the cabinets and found that in each instance, there was a matching missing person case.
Right there.
This appears off-putting, but our research showed it's not as sinister as it seems. First, let's talk about these girls. This article claims Samaya Mumin was reported missing last year, and there was a $13,000 cabinet named Samaya on Wayfair. But Samaya wasn't in the Ohio Missing Persons database. She actually made a video about all of this herself, where she explains she was never missing and that article has been removed.
How are you gonna post about me being missing? You don't even know me.
So the claim linking Samaya to the storage cabinet is false. And it wasn't the only one. Mary Durrett was found safe in 2017, and Samara Duplessis was found safe in May. Our research actually showed that most of the links to missing persons are provably false. But what about the names, you may ask? The Duplessis pillow, for instance. That's not a typical product name, right? Well, it actually is typical on Wayfair. If you search Duplessis, you find rugs, tables, pillows, statues, lamps, and more, all with Duplessis in the name.
But look at their pricing.
Right.
That's what they're not talking about. He just scrolled through all these different articles, but none of these bitches, a $10,000 pillow. A throw pillow. I want to see if he talks about the pricing.
It actually is typical on Wayfair. If you search Duplessis, you find rugs, tables, pillows, statues, lamps, and more, all with Duplessis in the name. And no, Wayfair didn't change these names after these claims came out. We checked archived pages and these products existed first. When we looked deeper into Wayfair's naming, we realized it's not hard to make a viral post like this. My last name, for instance, Puckett, isn't a common product name, but it is on Wayfair. I found tables, dressers, lamps, even beds with my last.
But none of them in the tens of thousands. Why are we not talking about that? Why are they still not talking about the fact of price?
Name. And if I do a Google search for Puckett missing, I find 3 different missing persons with my same last name on the first page alone. Combine these results and boom, I have a Puckett missing persons case linked to a Wayfair Puckett product.
Yeah, what you don't have is fucking money linked to anything that you just said.
It may seem weird to have personal names on Wayfair products, but the claim that it's linked to sex trafficking is false. Try this with your own name. There are more claims here, and you can check out our breakdowns online.
Oh, so he's just never going to talk about it.
The cope is so hard.
Conveniently, he's not going to talk about the fact that that product from that company or whatever that he searched was fucking 15,000 times more than any other product they had listed.
Right.
No, we're not. We're just not going to talk about that. We're not going to bring that up. The biggest part of the claim is the fact that this fucking storage cabinet is $10,000, $12,000, $15,000. But we're not going to mention that. We're just going to say that everything else is false.
Hey, what up, T1D?
What's good, T1D? What's good, Ricky Rags? What's good? My fault, everybody in the chat, man. Big shout out to you guys. I fucking appreciate y'all being here. I told y'all we had a lot of shit to talk about tonight. We had a lot of shit to talk about and break down for you guys. This is just crazy because, again, this is what... Similar story to this on Amazon. Basically the exact same rundown. It was the same kind of concept, the same kind of thing, but with different names and obviously different, you know what I mean, different actual subjects. But you can't explain the fact that the shit is $10,000. I can't. Right. Facts, nobody. They gloss over the biggest detail like it's nothing. But then they started the whole thing. Let's check him out. Let's check him out. Ready? What's he say right here?
Pops up. Let's start with the basics.
He says it right here.
Something is debunked.
A conspiracy theory. The first thing he says, first off, let us start off by saying we're going to classify this as a conspiracy theory off grip. Why?
Yeah, AKA, none of this is true.
AKA, don't worry about nothing I'm about to say right now. Like, what? And then you just gloss over the whole article without saying anything about the fact that the shit is priced conveniently high. Like, just look at these dressers. They're just normal fucking cabinets.
Like the girl had pointed out in her video, she was like, there's like 150 people or whatever that have this in their bag right now. Like, you mean to tell me there's actually 150 people who want to buy a t-shirt that's $8,000?
Right.
Why? Why?
Not Yeezys. They're not Yeezys. They're not no fucking Dolce & Gabbana. No, this is a Naraya. It's a Naraya storage cabinet.
And she brought up the fact that, like, the one model they showed wearing the t-shirt had red shoes on. Like, are you hip to that? Like, that's
I think it's funny. I think it's funny that they said something because here, if you look carefully enough, why does the Naraya and the Alvia look the exact fucking same? And why does the Yaritza and the other one in the middle look the exact fucking same? They didn't say anything about that.
No,
we're not going to mention that either. They look the exact fucking same.
Different angles.
I don't know. Maybe they didn't change the name or nothing.
That's what makes me wonder, like, because we all know that within super subcultures, there can be nuances that most normal people won't get. It's almost like code.
Right.
So if the dresser is leaned to or skewed or shown on the right, what does that mean?
Right.
If you're just seeing it skewed slightly to the left, if you're seeing it
right,
from
if it faces left, it's a male. If it faces right, it's a female. Right, or something shit like that.
We don't know because we're not privy to that. But it's weird because they do all look exactly the same.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Well, you could tell the doors. The doors for me is what kind of kicked it off. I don't know, as a kid, I don't know if you guys ever did this, but the highlights magazines. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? The magazine literally had like 9 pages in it that were all literally like spot the differences.
Yeah.
I was all to that. I was all for it. But here, the doors are what kicks it for me. The doors kick it. The 2 middle ones are the exact same, and the 2 outer ones are the exact same. But yet they got different names, and we didn't mention that. Oh, by the way, they're fucking $15,000.
Right.
Let's not talk about that.
Particle board.
Let's just talk about what paint. Right. Look at these. These look like fucking aluminum.
Right. It's garbage. No one's paying that for that.
It's just it's crazy, bro. It is absolutely wild. And it just kind of goes back to what the lady on the TikTok shop was talking about. The whole article there, like 7 $1,600 for a T-shirt. That relatable products, which is basically the same shit, for $1.50, $7.
It makes you wonder how deep that code goes, because like, does 7,600 like mean something?
Right.
I don't know.
Maybe it's an age. Maybe it's an age thing.
If anyone's familiar with like Pizzagate, not to bring up some real deep shit, but like Pizzagate, there was a difference between cheese pizzas and pepperoni pizzas.
There still is.
Mm-hmm.
There still is.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Your average
it's alleged,
person isn't going to pick up on that.
It's alleged and speculative, but I'm just saying, if you've ever seen, just check it out one time if you haven't. But just look at it's Kevin Hart's stand-up. He did it in his house.
Oh, he's so funny.
Right, but check out his stand-up that he did from his house. The one that he did from his house. He brought like, some celebrities in and shit like that to his house. They had dinner and all that. He specifically mentioned something about pizza and Jerry Seinfeld. At that part of the show, or at that part of the stand-up, check that part out and really, really look at what he's saying about certain things versus the whole Pizzagate thing. It kind of, I'm just saying, it means different things. That's just that. We'll leave it at that. But
do your own research.
Yeah, right. I'm just
it's
saying.
It's all alleged and speculative.
Facts. That's all facts. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go down the rabbit hole. You'll never come back out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, no, facts. That's hella facts, bro.
You're going to live down there.
Real quick, everybody, man, we are going to take a quick break. I do have some submissions. My fault. Apologies, man. We had a lot to talk about, and I really wanted to get a lot of this out because it all pertains to shit that we've talked about before and discussed, and we're just going to kind of keep, as far as us getting information on it, we're going to try to continue to give you guys updates on certain things that we've been talking about. Again, I just want to make the quick announcement. If you guys have shit in your areas that you might not know about, send it to us. We'll do some research on it. Let us know. We'll do some, research on it. We'll try to see if we can get something up here for an article, a video, something that we can discuss and talk about in you guys' area as well. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to be right back with Submom. We're going to be doing, I believe we have some drive-by reviews. I'll have to double check this queue right here, but we'll have some tracks coming up right after this. And I believe if we have enough time, I just now looked at the clock. If we have enough time, we'll talk about a couple more things in this news spot. But for right now, we're going to be right back in just a little bit. Appreciate everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys hit that share button and smash that thumbs up. This is the Downtown Sound, or this is the Blunted Ones Radio Network, Korner Konvo podcast. Let's get it.
883. Oh, yo, it's your boy T1D.
Hey, it's your boy Weirdo.
Hey, it's your girl G Josepina.
What's up? This is Oric Raps.
Hey, it's Siren.
Yeah, this is Bad Conduct, and you're about to grab a motherfucking seat, and you're tuned into the Blunted Ones Radio Network.
Power
of podcasts and music is definitely here, bro.
All right, we're going to start this queue off here. We have Ricky Rax coming up. This one is a release track, so we're going to do a vibe check on this one, man. Let us know in the chat if you fucking with this song here. This one coming in from Ricky Rax called True Facts. Let's get it.
Let that shit ride, 88.
All the whips outside got tent in case we gotta slide. I can name plenty of niggas who got hit that wasn't even tryna find. I been back and forth with these hoes, nigga, like ping pong. Chopper like duets, nigga, yeah, this a sing along. No matter if I'm right or wrong, you either gon' stay or move along. I'm always around steppers, that's why I'm on their neck, nigga, and I'm stomped down. Trap back door jumping, nigga, but we don't do no fronts. I've been chasing this lifestyle like Kareem, I'm on a hunt. Anything you want, you got it. I got tired of being patient, I had to push up on it. I know how that pain feels like Jalen, it hurt, don't it? Yeah, it hurt, don't it? Even through all the broke times I had, I still banked on it. I couldn't think on it, I just had to react on it and put a stamp on it. I'm like, fuck the club, I'm throwing racks inside the mall. They got me back on my bullshit, nigga, like Lonzo Ball. I get the bag, I bring it in like Saint Nick. I'm hands-on, it's only right, I'm hand-picked. I don't think nobody harder, I'm as hard as it get. I've been working the graveyard shift, nigga, I got all this dead time. We throwing birds like Matt Ryan, I'm tired of seeing my people crying. I don't too much step out, unless I gotta tell a bitch to stay in line. Hop in the whip, no cap, I like to ride low like Rodriguez. This ain't never been about money, nigga, this more than entertainment. This more than being famous, I'm trying to catch a dub like Jameis. I know niggas that'll pay your top behind them Ben Franklin. I'm far from average, but I told her now I like Joe Burrow. I took a trip to ATL just to cop a Falcon like Todd Gurley. Early bird gets the one first, gotta wake up bright and early. Yeah. I got accomplishments I'm trying to overcome, nigga. I got murder on my mind, I'm talking red rum. So that you say no the first time, nigga, you on one. Yeah, you on one. Job done. Red rum.
Yeah, that's True Facts. That's Ricky Rax on that one there. A vibe check. I think it passed, man. I think it passed. That one there from Ricky Rax. We have coming up next. This one is from that one dude. Again, this one is a published track here. And a vibe check coming from T1D. Let's see. It's called Cheat Code. Let's see what he's talking about. Let's get it.
Yeah. T1, D. I told him not to sleep on me. Swear to God, they wouldn't sleep on me. Yeah. Y'all ready though? Just saw my first autograph, you know I'm feeling awesome. I told him from the start, boy, they better take caution. When I'm behind the mic, you know I get lawless. Better come correct on my shimmy, get them off me. They talking about that, gimme, got me coughing. Somebody tell me what the word is, I can't call it. Hoping that they listening. Got my team on the boat, you know that they ain't missing out. Puerto Rico, Australia, Dominican Republic, maybe Belgium. Don't got no ice around my neck, so why you jealous? Got a couple people on the boat, now we yelling. And if you wanna know why, because that boy starving. Yeah, level after level, cause I'm battle hardened. Infinite ammo in the mic, like I got a cheat code. If you need some heat though, pick up my cheat code. Left, right, up, down. XO, yeah, you know I got that cheat code. Left, right, up, down. XO, yeah, you know I got that cheat code, yeah. Yeah, you know I'm in beast mode, yeah. If you with it, let me hear you just scream, oh yeah. I got the G code, yeah. Time to break it down and everybody better hold on. Boss level time, just pat me the controller. Left, right, yeah, I'm on a roll. You know I'm by that life, I'm on that ready, set, go. Probably by the chain, my name the beat slayer. When I get quiet, I'm coming back, then it's time to pay you. You look a little thin, better get your weight up. I'm claiming many men, I'ma get my paper. Yeah, that's me. On some real stuff, I know what I do, so we won't cheat. But I think I might have found me a loophole, though. Step into my shoes, what would you do, though? Life has got you stressed, but I know that you can do it. Chop, and we won't stop, let's get to it. Told them they ain't ready, you can feel it in your soul. Ready, set, go. I got that cheat code. Left, right, up, down, XO, yeah, you know I got that cheat code. Left, right, up, down, XO, yeah, you know I got that cheat code, yeah. Yeah, you know I'm in beast mode, yeah. If you with it, let me hear you just scream, oh, yeah. I got that cheat code, yeah.
Yeah, that's cheat code right there. That's T1D, that one dude.
Such a bop. I loved it.
That was a vibe check on that one. Yeah, T1D on that one there. Cheat code, released on BandLab. Do you have this on all platforms, T1D? That's what I'm wondering.
That's the question.
Right. Because if that's the case, yeah.
Hell yeah. Everybody go like, subscribe, and follow.
Excuse me, yes. Facts. Now, is this a whip still, or are you pretty good with this? Or are you still looking for actual feedback on this? I'm surprised you haven't released this yet.
Yeah, me too. It sounds tight. Like I wouldn't have any feedback.
Okay. No, not you, T1D. My fault. I'm talking to some mom on her submission here.
Oh, I didn't know you were talking to me.
Yes, my fault. I was talking to you.
No, I haven't published it yet. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't publish it, to be honest.
I was gonna say I don't know. I'll play it. And the reason I'm asking is for the either vibe check or drive-by review.
No, yeah, I'll take feedback because if feedback is good, then I'll just go ahead and publish it. I don't know why I've been sitting on it.
Gotcha. Let her know in the chat, guys.
It's with T1D.
This is the wave. This was the feature challenge that that one dude had out, called the Wave. It's an open verse, and this is some mom submission for it. Let's get it.
Yeah. That's me what I'm doing. I'm just riding away. Yeah.
It looks like you lost
just riding away. Just riding away. T1D, doing what I'm doing, I do it. Some people ask me what I'm doing, I just tell them I'm just riding away. You're either with me or against me, what you doing, get up out of my way. Oh yeah, I'm just trying to be a better man than I was yesterday. Got me riding away, sipping on the syrup, got me riding away. Said I'm on the way, yeah. Early in the morning, getting paid, yeah. Business on my phone and I can't wait, yeah. Just made another hit, so what you say, yeah. I'm destined for greatness, I want my cake. Living life like a Martian, I'm out of space. I got 100 million thousand different ways, yeah. Just switching my flows, you know that's okay, yeah. Fuck the industry standard, cause it's my way, yeah. I'm gon' keep doing me, fuck what they say. I'm living life like a movie, make no mistake. Got the city on my back and that's some weight. I need to stay woke cause I'm awake. It's a journey, come travel with me. On the road to the top, so come battle with me. Know that this is what I do, so what's happening with it? Ready for war, so we know what get crackin' with it. 40 on my hip to go pow. Said I got this water on my neck, I'm dripped down. I got this ice up on my wrist, that's what the time is. And when I talk about money, I get it honest, yeah. When I show up on the scene, I just need some space. Don't care about first place, I just want a place, yeah. And I ain't worried what the time is, I'm at my finest. Some people ask me what I'm doing, I just tell them I'm just riding away. You're either with me or against me, what you doing, get up out of my way. Oh yeah, I'm just trying to be a better man
Yeah, that's the wave. That's the feature challenge right there. Sub mom submission. That one dude. Let them know in the chat. Let them know in the chat what you guys thought about it.
Yeah, let us know.
Let me see here. Hold on
I
one
love
second.
that song. Such a vibe. That's like, it's so, like, I know it's called The Wave, but like, I feel like if you're driving down the road and you have that song on, you just put your hand out the window. You know how the wind will hit your hand. And
Oh,
that
yeah.
yeah. Woo woo. Like, it's perfect.
Right.
It's
I hear
perfect for
that.
that.
Look,
I'm the
I
wave.
hear that.
Literally.
Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. Yeah, that was that one dude and Suburban Mom, man. We have this next one coming up is gonna be from Bad Conduct. And it's funny because it's called Banana Smoothie. Okay. So I say it's funny because I'm literally like my vape juice is banana ice. Like it's crazy.
Ew.
But yeah, we're gonna check this out. Bad Conduct on this one called Banana Smoothie. Released on YouTube. It's a vibe check. Let's get it.
Born to this life to be ridiculous. Crazy banana split off the moon, the rocket ship. Quick from the quiver, hit the target, never miss. Top of the wish list, you wish, bitch. Spend the record back, let that wax it. Lyrical slide on through, bitch, your bottom dollar a million. The new shit, talking kung fu, pen work incredible. Even when it's dribble, I'll make you go. With that swinging pocket watch, smooth talk, outline beats and chalk on the baseline. I walk, of course, set with the 40 on a porch, letting my brain distort, thinking, come on. Fuck the law, feed the poor, freedom for all. I ain't a gangster, far from hardcore, but if you want soft, boy, you got the wrong door. You drew the short straw, I'm ready for war, I'm cooler than Thor. I leaf on the breeze season. I summon demons when needed, I'm a heathen. Come on, DJ cut 45 ways, just needling to be seamless. Cuts the cleanest, I ain't ever dreamed it. Always been about reaching achievement. I eat, sleep and breathe it. Never defeated till my flowers reach for their peace in the light. I find mine on the mic when I write. Left, right, left like this, Mr. Mystic, spit it with the list, spinning a backflip, I'm ready to jump ship. Got a magic trick or two up my sleeve, best believe I break deep upon the MIC. So, dance with me, smoke them trees, the B.A.D. about to set your mind free. Yeah, we burning it up, hot flush, not fussed about much. We running amok, not giving a fuck. Don't stop, we got what you want, what you need. A whole bag of weed, no stem, no seed. Trust me, we getting high as a motherfucker up in this vicinity. Luckily, gravity won't hold me down. So from the ground up, run my sound up. Never been stuck, giving a fuck about much. Walk with the Midas touch, straight up, no front from me. Let me see you dance with these energies. Better setting minds free than spreading disease. Spreading your girl's cheeks when she's stuck in the washing machine. Balls deep all week, that's me. On the creep, she down to freak and I'm obliging. I'd rather be fucking than fighting in bed between her thighs. To be sliding fine dining, she's electrifying. I'ma let her ride with me until I find peace. Then I'ma leave cause I'm a beast.
Banana Smoothie. That's Bad Conduct right there. Yeah. He said bring this downtown.
Delicious.
I'm just
quite
saying.
Delicious.
I'm just quite delicious. Oh man, that is crazy. That is crazy. It does, T1D. That it definitely does.
Yes, sure. I'm with him.
It's
with
crazy.
him on that.
He
like,
also set a bar in there. Vibe. He set a bar in there like Mr. Mystic and shit like that. Like we actually have a collaboration we're working on called Mr. Mystic. It's crazy. That's
so funny.
Yeah, no. So here's the thing. I have one more thing in the news that I wanted to discuss with you guys. I looked at the time. We do have some time. We spoke about the AI shit earlier, right? Well, this AI, what is ChatGPT? Is that the open AI?
Yeah, that's yeah, it's like a learning language model or whatever.
Okay, so essentially this guy is part of this as well. So this guy here is an ex-open AI scientist.
Okay.
He's giving a speech at the University of Toronto. This happened a couple of days ago. Well, no, actually, about closer to 2 weeks. It's getting closer to 2 weeks.
Okay.
But yeah, he basically gives a little speech. It's a whole video. I'm not gonna run the whole thing, simply because it's quite lengthy. But I'll play a couple of minutes of the first part here, where he kind of gives he basically is warning people. Yeah, I'll let this play out though. I'll let you guys see what's going on. Let me bring it up for you though. This one right here. But yeah, check this out for a little bit. We'll talk about it right after.
In politics, but politics will take interest in you. So the same applies to AI many times over.
Ilya Sutskever, the man behind the invention of OpenAI, gave a pretty strong speech at the University of Toronto. He expressed great concerns about the upcoming AI, which might disrupt our entire world. Watch this.
The reason it's not going to be the most conventional convocation speech is because there is something a little different going on. Right now, we all live in the most unusual time ever. And this is something that people might say often, but I think it's actually true this time. And the reason it's true this time is because of AI, right? Obviously. I mean, from what I hear, the AI of today has already changed what it means to be a student by a pretty considerable degree. That's what I sense, and I think it's true. But of course, the impact of AI goes beyond that. What happens to the kind of work we do? Well, it's starting to change a little bit in some unknown and unpredictable ways. And
oh, fuck me with this ad bullshit. Hold on.
Some work may feel it sooner, some work might feel it later. With today's AI, you can go on Twitter and you can look at what AI can do and what people say. And you might feel a little bit of that. You wonder, hey, which skills are useful, which ones will be less useful. So you got these questions going on. And so you can say that the current level of challenge is, how will it affect work and our careers? But the real challenge with AI is that it's really unprecedented and really extreme, and it's going to be very different in the future compared to the way it is today. Like, you know, we've all seen AI, we've all spoken to a computer, and a computer has spoken back to us, which is a new thing. Computers would not do this in the past, but now they do. So you speak to a computer, and it understands you, and it speaks back to you, and it also does it in voice, and it writes some code. It's pretty crazy. But there are so many things it cannot do as well, and it's so deficient. So you can say it still needs to catch up on a lot of things. But it's evocative. It's good enough that you can ask yourself, you could imagine, okay, fine. In some number of years, some people say it's in 3, some people say it's in 5, 10, numbers are being thrown around. It's a bit hard to predict the future. But slowly but surely, or maybe not so slowly, AI will keep getting better. And the day will come when AI will do all the things that we can do.
I alluded to that.
Not just some of them, but all of them. Anything which I can learn, anything which any one of you can learn, the AI could do as well. How do we know this, by the way? How can I be so sure? How can I be so sure of that? The reason is that all of us have a brain, and the brain is a biological computer. That's why. We have a brain, the brain is a biological computer. So why can't a digital computer, a digital brain, do the same things? This is the one-sentence summary for why AI will be able to do all those things. Because we have a brain, and the brain is a biological computer. And so you can start asking yourselves, what's going to happen? What's going to happen when computers can do all of our jobs, right? Those are really big questions. Those are dramatic questions. And right now, like, you start thinking about it a little bit, you go, gosh, that's a little intense. But it's actually only part of the intensity. Because what's going to happen? What will we, the collective we, want to use these AIs for? Do more work, grow the economy, do R&D, do AI research, so then the rate of progress will become really extremely fast, for some time at least. These are such extreme things. These are such unimaginable things. So right now I'm trying to pull you into that a little bit, into this headspace of this really extreme and radical future that AI creates. But it's also very difficult to imagine. It's very, very difficult to imagine. It's very difficult to internalize and to really believe on an emotional level. Even I struggle with it. And yet the logic seems to dictate that this very likely should happen. So what does one do in such a world? You know, there is a quote which is like this, which goes like this. It says, you may not take interest in politics, but politics will take interest in you. So the same applies to AI many times over. And in particular, I think that by simply using AI and looking at what the best AI of today can do, you get an intuition. You get an intuition. And as AI continues to improve in 1 year, in 2 years, in 3 years, the intuition will become stronger. And a lot of the things that we are talking about now, they will become much more real. They'll become less imaginary. In the end of the day, no amount of essays and explanations can compete with what we see with our own senses, with our own 2 eyes. And especially with AI, the very smart, super intelligent AI of the future, there will be very profound issues about making sure that they say what they say and not pretend to be something else. And I'm really condensing a lot into a small amount of information here, in time here. But overall, by simply looking at what AI can do, not ignoring it, when the time comes, that will generate the energy that's required to overcome the huge challenge that AI will pose. And the challenge that AI poses, in some sense, is the greatest challenge of humanity ever. And overcoming it will also bring the greatest reward. And in some sense, whether you like it or not, your life is going to be affected by AI to a great extent. And so looking at it, paying attention, and then generating the energy to solve the problems that will come up, that's going to be the main thing.
So that was Ilya's view, but to understand the full debate, I want you to watch this interview clip of Eric Schmidt, where he talks about a much broader impact of AI on human lives in the coming years. Watch this.
Okay, so we believe as an industry that in the next 1 year, the vast majority of programmers will be replaced by AI programmers. We also believe that within 1 year, you will have graduate level mathematicians that are at the tippy top of graduate math programs. There's lots of reasons to think this is going to happen. This is the consensus. You go, okay, well, that's pretty interesting. Now, I can't do that kind of math. Very few people can do that math. How can the computer do that math better than anybody else? To some degree, it's because math has a simpler language than human language. So the way these algorithms actually work is they're doing essentially word prediction. So you take a sentence, you take a word out, and then it learns how to put the correct word back in. This is called the loss function. And it's optimized to do that at a scale that's unimaginable to us as humans. So you do the same thing for math. But there you use a conjecture and then a proof format through a protocol called Lean. In programming, it's pretty simple. You just keep writing code until you pass the programming test. So strangely, the first question I always ask programmers is, what language do you program in? And the correct answer is, it doesn't matter. Because you're trying to design for an outcome. You don't care what code is generated by the computer. This is a whole new world, okay? So that's 1 year, okay? What happens in 2 years? Well, I've just told you about reasoning, and I've told you about programming, and I've told you about math. Programming plus math are the basis of sort of our whole digital world. So the evidence and the claims from the research groups in OpenAI and Anthropic and so forth is that they're now somewhere around 10 or 20% of the code that they're developing in their research programs is being generated by the computer. That's called recursive self-improvement, is the technical term. So what happens when this thing starts to scale? Well, a lot. One way to say this is that within 3 to 5 years, we'll have what is called general intelligence, AGI, which can be defined as a system that is as smart as the smartest mathematician, physicist, or artist, writer, thinker, politician, maybe not in the same level, but you get the idea. Just the creative industries and so forth, but imagine that in one computer. Okay, well, that's pretty interesting. I call this, by the way, the San Francisco consensus, because everyone who believes this is in San Francisco. It may be the water. What happens when every single one of us has the equivalent of the smartest human on every problem in our pocket? So it means you have the best architect when you have an architecture problem. Another thing that's going on is the development of agentic solutions. And agents are referred to systems that have input and output in memory, and they learn. An example here is that I want to buy another house. I happen to like Virginia. I grew up in Virginia. I say, find me a house in the greater McLean area. Look at that's one agent. Look at all the rules, figure out how big a house I can build. That's another agent. Do the transaction to buy the land. That's another agent. Design the house with a human architect, right? But sort of ignore them for most of the thing, but they have to sign it off. And then I approve it, and then find the contractor, right? Hire the contractor, pay the bills, and then at the end, sue the contractor for lack of performance. Okay? Now, I just gave you the stupidest possible explanation. I just described every business process, every government process, and every sort of academic process in our nation.
So it isn't just the programmers that are going to be out of work. We're all going to be out of work.
No, that's not a consequence. I'll come to that. But the reason I want to make the point here is that in the next year or two, this foundation is being locked in, and we're not going to stop it.
It's going to be locked in, and we're not going to stop it. I know that was a lot to digest for everybody in Bleno's Mafia. I know that was a lot to digest. First, I want to see some. Do you have anything that you want to say to this?
I mean, it's a lot. Hold on,
it is a lot to take in. I know.
Yeah. I mean, I think that his concerns are valid, and
I mean, the dude literally the first guy here, literally is the pioneer. He's one of the inventors of OpenAI. I just during his entire speech, he was so fidgety.
He was, and what was he wearing though?
They're at the University of Toronto. It's like a graduate gown type of thing. You can see people in the background also have some. So I'm assuming he is there for some sort of graduation ceremony or something. I would assume it did happen in July 16th or July 15th or something like that. So it possibly could be some sort of collegiate, either an exam thing that they had going on or a graduate kind of thing going on. But I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I think I felt like I got really intrigued in the second part of it or I think it was the second part of the first part. I don't know, one of them more like, hey, what do we do about it? But I don't really feel like he told us what we do.
That's exactly the thing that I was talking about. As far as the assumption of us being able to do anything, what is there to do? And I think that might have been his biggest thing by not telling us that there's a solution.
Nothing you can do.
Right. That's exactly what I was getting at.
Because what the fuck would you do?
You heard him. And we essentially, what he's talking about, that he said something about in the year's time, it's ironic because it's already been happening. Self-checkouts at fucking grocery stores. You have kiosks inside the fucking McDonald's and Wendy's and Burger Kings where you don't even have to talk to somebody to order your food anymore. We've already seen the small implications of this being utilized and put into the society as it is. He's talking about stuff. The one dude said within 1 year, basically all of your smartest people will be in our pockets.
Yeah.
That's
big
1
shout
year.
Big shout out to Slaughter for joining up.
What's good, Slaughter?
Go.
Yeah. So for all intents and purposes, I'm saying I like how 5 years is a key thing that they mentioned. 5 years, like him and the other dude both mentioned 5 years.
Yeah.
5 years is 2030. Just keep it in mind. That's where a lot of shit is supposed to be going
God.
Sideways for us. So
yeah.
not saying it will, again, allegedly, but when you look at it and, you know, the World Economic Forum and the World Health Organization both have a Agenda 2030 that you can physically see yourself. This is not something I'm making up. You can look it up. It's public record. It's on their sites. They tell you everything about the Agenda 2030.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing that Agenda 2030 basically outlines, that all the different components of what they said that the Agenda 2030 is going to be comprised of, you can't have none of it. Not a single thing. You can't have not a single thing on this list without control.
Right. Right.
So I'm just letting y'all know. But the guy saying, you know, it's extremely unpredictable and unimaginable, the outcomes of what could possibly be. But then, you know what I'm saying? You're talking about the equivalence of the fucking Nobel Prize winners in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Where's it going to go from there? That's the biggest question. Now they're in my pocket, but when are they going to be telling me what to do?
Yeah.
Scary shit to think about.
Yeah, it really is.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
I'm just saying, everybody out there, man. We're looking up shit and finding out shit and kind of put it in front of you guys so you guys have an opportunity to see it. But specifically the second part of this video, like, if this wasn't on video, you can even see it. Well, never mind. You could see it, right? They're in like it's a very small little get-together gathering. You know what I'm saying? A little conference, if you will. But who was invited to that?
Mm-hmm.
Who exactly was there? Who was the one that was told about it? Because I didn't see no fucking message about it. I didn't see a memo or a promo about it being done, a little summit or anything. Similar, the similar to the Toronto one, but the Toronto one actually looked like a function. That looked like a physical function that they were at, and he just happened to be doing a speech there. The other one, though, what was that? He was spouting a bunch of shit, talking about programmers, or basically if you do coding, you're gonna be gone within a year.
Right. And what's so crazy about that is like how I think maybe 5 years ago, maybe before that, probably way after I got out of high school, but people were, oh, the future of your career is in coding. And like, you should learn how to do this. And you don't even necessarily need a college degree. You just need to know how to do it. And you'll make so much money and like, blah, 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 blah. And I remember always thinking like, I was kind of into it because like, in the early 2000s, I had a MySpace page and like I learned how to code and use JavaScript essentially to make my MySpace page super cool because I was like a cool like emo kid, you know. And so I was like, well, this is something that I could probably learn. But in retrospect, I'm glad that I never went down that path because I mean, hello, any computer. And that's kind of like, I almost feel like there was a common sense thing in my brain was like, well, I know what computers are now. Like, I feel like eventually they'll be able to just code themselves, you know, which is essentially what we're seeing now. Just keep an idea,
though, to think about, because video games are coding.
Right.
You're essentially saying that now our video games could potentially be made by AI. That's going to be fucking wild.
Right, but like I kind of wonder like where do we draw the line between AI creating and a person with an idea who maybe doesn't have the skills to create the thing that they want to make utilizing AI.
The line becomes, is it a tool or is it doing it for you? A tool would mean that you're doing it with it. But if essentially if it does it by itself on its own, that's you cross the line there.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're writing lyrics and you're inputting them into ChatGPT, and then you're asking ChatGPT to enhance your lyrics or make your lyrics better, and then you're prompting Suno to create a beat, and then you're inputting that into Suno, and you've already ran it through ChatGPT 3 times, and then it comes out with this song. Did you really make that song? No.
Right.
You didn't. And I will stand firm on that. You did not make that song.
Right.
If you write a set of lyrics and then you have an idea in your head of how you want that to sound, and you know, prompt Suno to help you make a backing track for that, and it does, and then you load that into other programming and you add other loops and you
Right,
take
right.
pieces out, add pieces in, you're using it as a sort of, a blueprint,
Mhm.
then yeah, that's your song. But you
Right.
know what I'm saying? That's where it's like it's gonna be so hard to delineate going forward, like what is created by AI, what is helped by
I mean,
AI,
we're seeing it in
and
the
what
music
is
industry.
not.
We've been seeing it in the music industry already because we have Timbaland over here who already openly signed an all AI artist. That's just the stepping stone because now, from what I gathered, since Timbaland's done it, think there's 2 or 3 other producers that have come out and said they're doing it. It's
Right.
just it's blossoming. It's just gonna
But
blossom into
see,
that.
to me, that pisses me off because, like, that
Mhm.
AI is based on the talents of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people whose
Mhm.
stuff is out there. And, like, you're signing a not person. Like, can we just reflect on that? You're signing a person who's never gonna cry. And I use person loosely because it's not a
Right.
person, it's an AI, but you're assigning an entity, okay? That's never gonna cry, that's never gonna feel hungry, that's never gonna feel mad, that's
Mhm.
never gonna feel excited about anything. And you think that that is a better bet than signing a fucking human being who can put shit out that speaks to and relates
Mhm.
to other human beings. I mean, that's so
Right.
absurd to me. Like, I feel like, and to me, this is my personal opinion, I feel like AI might inadvertently, again, save fucking music because it's going to start creating all this emotionless garbage, this shit, just garbage that has zero nuance, that has zero emotionality, and no one's gonna connect to it. That's constantly been you can listen to a song that's in a language you don't fucking understand, but you can still pick up if that is a really sad song, that's gonna
Mhm.
make you cry. If that's a really upbeat, go get 'em kinda song, that's gonna inspire you.
Right. Right.
How is AI ever going to be able to emulate that when it has no capacity to feel emotion?
See, I've always had this in the back of my mind, right? This thought where I'm wondering because of how fast underground was able to kind of blossom out further than what it was. Like instead of being under the rock, now we're kind of like chilling on the street with other people, right? I'm wondering if in fact that wasn't like a component of being able to train the AI, being that
Mhm.
we were able to produce massive amounts of vocals
Right.
that aren't purchased by anybody.
Right.
They're not signed by labels or nothing. These are just open vocals out there. And we're recording as underground artists, but then you come to find out this AI artist over here sounds similar to such and such.
Right. Well, and it's scraping and it's pulling all the best of the best.
Right.
So I might only have a bar or 8 measures in my song of my vocals sounding their absolute best, but it's gonna pull those.
Right.
I was gonna combine those with 8 bars of some other chick's best song, and
Mm-hmm.
8 bars of some dude's best guitar solo, and 8 bars of a drummer's best drumming, and
Mm-hmm.
but my point is that I think that's the big mistake, because I think that with music is a capsule that you open and you deposit an experience into.
Mm-hmm.
You deposit all the emotion, you deposit all the thoughts, you deposit that moment in time into a capsule, and then when you publish that shit, you bury it in the ground. And you can't touch it, you can't change it. It is what it is. And when you listen to it, for the person who wrote it, it probably brings those emotions back.
Mm-hmm.
And for anybody else who experiences that song, they're feeling that raw emotion Emotion isn't energy. Emotion is something human, something special. And it's just not something that a computer can comprehend. And it's not something that a computer can emulate. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It just can't. And it's never going to be able to, in my opinion. That's my opinion.
I mean, I don't know.
But
Listen, I don't know. With the way that they were talking, who's to say we're not part of the programmers and what
I mean,
they're
we
what they're
could
what they're gonna
be.
end up being? You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
look, I'm only speculating on what what they're saying versus what's physically happening now. Like music is
But
already incorporated with the AI in the industry now.
right. But here's the
We're just
thing, like,
underground.
how are you, even if you straight up wholly connect somehow to an AI track, how are you going to go see that live? How are you going to go
You won't.
experience that with other people around you and have that same connection? Exactly, you won't.
I'm
So,
assuming if it gets to that point, possibly live concerts would eventually end up like that one concert they had with Tupac and all that with the holograms.
mhm,
It'll eventually just be
right.
they'll potentially make an actor or
But
whatever
again,
for that scenario.
with the concert, like calling back, Tupac, whoever, I mean, people are that's actively putting people in a nostalgic state to
Mhm.
where they remember the emotional connection that they had to his
Right.
music.
And I think that might be where they're going to go with it. If
I
you
mean, it's
have,
possible,
you know what I mean?
but
I'm just
I
saying it's
guarantee
this
you,
smart now. Imagine 5 years from now.
but if you polled somebody who saw Snoop, or I'm sorry, why did I say Snoop Dogg? Oh God, I hope that's not like prophetic. If
No,
you
no.
saw Tupac live, okay, in
Mhm.
the 90s or whatever,
Right.
and then you went to this like, holograph tour and saw him not live, and you asked them which performance was better, I guarantee you, I would put money on it that they're gonna say him there live in the flesh was way much better.
Oh, facts. That's facts. But again,
So,
you go,
why though
excuse me.
if they can't put a finger on it? Probably
See,
because
the
I
thing
don't
is
think it's
though,
something that
the further you it's similar to the Mandela effect. The further we get drawn away from that, the further we're going to get desensitized to it. And
yeah.
that's even on an emotional level. You know what I'm saying?
I
Because
think
it's
like
not going to be us. I don't think it'll be our generation. I think it's going to be our kids' generation that'll
yeah,
fully
yeah,
have that effect where they've never been to a live concert and probably
right.
never will be able to go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like that it's going to be there, but
But
in
see,
this
that makes me like want to put my trust in true musicians because there are people
right.
out there who make music not because they want to, not because they're chasing clout, not because they're chasing pussy, but because they absolutely have to do that. And they're not going to stop doing that just because, AI is taking over. And I do think that there is something to be said for that, and it's something that would be so nuanced, and it would suddenly become so unique and so special that people would love it. I mean, you're talking about it's 2025, and there's a huge culture around still going out and purchasing, a turntable and having records and listening to music in that way. And people are remembering what it was like to have a Walkman or to have even an MP3 player at this point is antiquated, but we remember how important that was and how special that was and how individualized that was. And I just don't think that there's anything that's going to be able to supersede human connection because it's literally what we're not bred, but what we're born to seek.
Mhm.
We're social creatures. There's a
So,
reason.
here's an interesting thing. Conveniently, I just checked this out, but it says as of 2019, over 3.5 million students did not have access to music education.
Mhm.
This was this. It says here it could potentially reach more based on public schooling facing budget cuts and music programs being one of the top
Right.
things being cut.
And that doesn't surprise
That
me
leads
because, like,
into the fact that we won't have physical musicians in the future.
right. But, like, what does that teach you? That teaches you that you as a you as someone who can play guitar, or you as someone who can sing, or you as someone who can write, play piano, whatever, you're special. They
Right.
obviously want to get rid of you because you can do something that is very impactful. You have power
See, that's what
in your
that's what I'm
voice.
talking about, though. It leads back to the point where the dude said the programmers are going to be gone. The programmers are the top of the top people that do all the stuff for the programming. Now, musicians, if you could play a fucking instrument, you're pretty much at the top of the music joint, being able to consistently play an instrument or more, for that matter. Because normally, if you play one, you have the ability to catch on with another one of a similar, of a similar category. But even then, where are they going to be? And looking at the stats, like I said, this is just from 5 years ago, but I don't have an updated study. That's what I was looking for, low key, was trying to find an updated study. But you can kind of get where it's going and the trend that it was going in. If you got kids, ask your kids what's up with their music.
I think it personally boils down to, like, what is music for you? Because like when I was younger, the genres and the things that I was into, as a teenager, they weren't mainstream. You couldn't turn on the radio and hear Under Oath, So it became this underground movement, and I started going to shows that were local and, kids my age, whatever, playing music that they wrote. And that slowly started to become all that I listened to.
Right.
And the influence of mainstream music, mainstream media became less and less a hold on my life, because when someone would ask me, oh, you like music? What do you listen to? And I listed off 15 bands that were my favorite. They didn't know who any of them were. So it's like, I feel it's almost like it's just going to, although the whole idea is to decrease the value of music, I think what it's actually going to end up doing is increasing the value of real, true singer, songwriter, beat producers, people who are in there in the thick of it that can play instruments and that can make this shit from scratch.
I do appreciate your optimism.
That's my optimism, yeah.
I do appreciate the optimism. I'm not gonna front. Oh man, hey, listen. Shout out to everybody in Blowns Mafia, man. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us on this Tuesday. Again, apologies for the mix-up. We were supposed to have a Tuesday tryout.
Yeah.
Fortunately, that did not go down. And I'm not sure about next week either. Still getting some confirmation on that.
Yeah.
But that's one of the reasons why we started up a little bit late tonight. Kind of figuring everything out still. But anyway, we are continuing on this week. We have Friendship Day coming up on Sunday. Bring a friend or meet a new one. That's up to you. But it's still competitive. I'm just letting y'all know. I ain't saying you got to swing and hit your homie with a left hook, but he might get a little gut shot or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. We'll find out come Sunday night. 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll be going doing Song of the Nights. Again, that one is not a wild card slot, so it'll be just two winners coming that night. But definitely tap in and get your submissions in for Song of the Night winner. Again, big congratulations to Josefina. She won Song of the Month this month, I should say. It's not quite over yet, but she won it for the month of July. So shout out to Josefina. We got her locked in in December. And you guys have, just so you guys are aware, this is not a drill.
Emergency broadcast is not a drill.
No, we only got until October, so you got about 3 months left. Get your shit together. Yeah, step it up heavy, because we have tracks in here that are nuts right now. And they've been waiting. They've been waiting too. You know what I'm saying? We started in January, so get your shit together, get in here on Sunday, get your music played, and get it voted on. We got 1 second here. Okay. All right. Other than that, no, I'm good. What do you got, Sub Mom? We about to finish up.
Nothing much. Like if you are interested in applying to be a co-host, make sure that you join us on our Discord server. The application link is available in the show schedule channel on the Discord. So yeah, just make sure you're in there. If you're interested, apply. Please show up for your interview. Please show up for your on-air tryout.
Right.
And we look forward to hearing from you. So, yeah.
We look forward. Yeah, we look forward. If not,
ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, just saying. Let me see here. What else? I thought I had another thing here in my notes. I'm just double checking. I believe we did go over everything. Shout out to everybody that slid through. The ones that slid through late, we weren't currently taking submissions at that time. We had already closed up the queue. Got to come through a little bit earlier if you guys want a drive-by review or a vibe check. But the ones that did submit earlier today in the show, big shout out to you guys. All dope tracks. And yes, Sunday, get your ass to downtown and yeah, bring your friends. And if you ain't got some, meet some new ones. That's all I gotta say.
Friends. Right.
Friendship Day is actually on August 3rd, so the day we do it is physically Friendship Day as far as national, international, whatever. So yeah, let's make it count. You feel me? Other than that, man, I'm OC Kush. This is Suburban Mom. I'm gonna let y'all go with some commercials real quick before we head out. But salute to y'all. Have a great fucking night.
Yeah. Good night, guys.